Yes! Touchdown! Green Bay Packers! Josh Jacobs, and it's 13-0. 10 straight games with a touchdown run for Josh Jacobs. Taylor Biotis turns around the center, looking at the quarterback, waiting for the signal. Now here's the snap. Rush on. Daniels steps up. Penalty marker down. Daniels is sacked. Back outside the 30-yard line. Micah Parsons arrives on the scene. Edgerrin Cooper was also there. In the shotgun, Daniels on 2nd down and 3. Takes the snap, hands it off to the running back. Eckler hit from behind. Down he goes. Wow. Edgerrin Cooper. The Cowboy, like a flash over the line of scrimmage. Quarterback Jayden Daniels alone to the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. 2 safeties high for Green Bay. Zone coverage. Here's the snap to Daniels. Rushed on the play by Parsons. Turns to his left, and he's cartwheeled to the ground by Javon Bullard. At the 31-yard line. Wow, has this defense been awesome tonight. And faking the handoff. Love rolls right, throws end zone.
Oh, he's got him.
Kraft, touchdown! And a Lambeau leap to the north end zone stands. They beat Will Harris on a beautiful play fake by Jordan Love. Tucker Kraft, 8-yard touchdown reception. Daniel Whelan down on one knee. Snap and placement. Swing of the right leg. Kick to the upright. Down the boulevard. It is good! It is good! 27-10. Daniels waits for the snap, and here it is. Rush on, blitz on, throws the slant. Right side, broken up. Keyshawn Nixon with his left hand reached in front and denied the completion to Jalen Lane at the 45-yard line. And there is your dagger.
You Terry! Thank you, Terry! Thank you, Terry! Thank you, Terry!
Swagger than last year. Yeah, we got Micah Parsons. I just think when they see someone else challenging them and being great, it just makes everyone better. It makes everyone rise to the occasion. And they understand. I think the first week I got here, I was like, there's a standard level of play. And I bought into what they did, and I probably brought some flavor too. But when everyone's just playing good, it's just beautiful to see. I think everyone had sacks today. Everyone was getting after the quarterback. We was pushing the pocket. We probably out there when there's chips, we like, D-Watts like, you go. I'm like, yo, you go, I go power. So, we're just all feeding off each other. And that's what makes it beautiful to see, and that makes it fun, and that's why we was able to be effective today.
Packers fans, you guys do not disappoint. We're out here, prime time, against a playoff. I mean, listen to this. There's only half the amount of people in here. You guys are the best. Go Pack, go. Green and gold all the way. Love you guys.
First, before I start, just want to give a big shout out to our crowd. That was the best. Is it the gold package crowd that I've been a part of?
Louder, coach.
Here. So definitely felt a ton of energy in the stadium. The whiteout was amazing, and they were loud. And certainly, I think our guys feed off that.
Yeah, that whiteout. It's not Penn State, but it's close. It's close. It's close.
That was
new, but I just think every time we step on that field, the fans let us know they're there, and they can't start something we don't finish. We letting them know you come to Lambeau, there got to be a fight. We need everyone packed up every night, but that just goes back and forth. It goes the fans, the players. It's contagious. We feed off that. We need that to keep going. We need y'all to keep embracing this team. We're going to keep going and just trusting us. Sometimes they ain't going to be perfect. But as long as we keep clawing, we keep fighting, it's going to be something beautiful to see. Man, I just hope I'm full go. Hopefully they just let me off, man. They can't hold a dog back forever, man.
Do you get tired?
Mind over matter, right? Of course, everyone gets tired, but all I know is go.
You got a couple of days off now, though. What are you going to do with it?
Get better.
Hey! Only thing to do. Hey. A lot easier to do at 2-0. Packers win for the second time in 5 days, and you got us here from 10 to 2. It's no BS on the game. I'm Billy Schmidt. That is Armin Sari, and Nick Bruzowitz joins us. Dave Gasper produces Masterfully Mixed Monday montage on a Friday. Working double time, Armin, but this is a good one on a Victory Chicken Friday. Like being able to end the week just like we started it, celebrating the Packers win, and somehow, I think being even more impressed today than we were on Monday after the Packers handled the Detroit Lions. It's 27-18, a little bit different than a couple of us had on the score predictions. Very close. A couple of individuals on this radio show yesterday being able to hit that number right on it. But this Packer defense can't give up 20 points, and seemingly the Packers scoring 27 is kind of just a ho-hum affair with a lot of meat on the bone. There's so much, and we got a lot of the reaction last night. NicoletLaw.com talking text line. We'll take some calls and celebrate throughout the day. Matt Steinman's going to join us coming up at 11:20. Dontavian Wicks called us after the game last night. You got to hear from Dontavian Wicks coming up in about 30 minutes. He was awesome. And for somebody that is rather quiet and a lot of times understated, you could tell how much fun he was having, letting people hear about how good that offense was and how good he was routing a couple of guys up. Marshawn Lattimore, or as Drew Olson called him last night on the postgame show, Armin, Marshawn Hold'em more, because he was holding everybody he could in the first series, man. They came out attacking number 2. That's a multi-time Pro Bowler. And Dontavian Wicks back-to-back times said, let me hold something real quick.
That was crazy.
Grab a quick first down and just methodically march down the field. 2 touchdown drives in their first 4 series. And even though the 27-18 score would reflect a little bit of a sweater, I don't know that anybody put one on last night in the winter warning, because that thing was rather comfortable seemingly from the start.
Yeah, much like the first game. You had the late touchdown to make the score a little closer, but it didn't, I think, reflect the dominance down in and down out that the Packers had. So I would totally agree. And more impressive maybe because of the way you had to kind of respond to and react to the success. You know, we talk about responding to adversity. How you're going to respond to success is a big thing as well for great teams. And having that great, emotional, opening week win at Lambeau against a team like the Lions, who have run your division, run the conference in a lot of ways. At home, first one with Micah Parsons just in the fold, there was going to be a lot of emotional energy spent getting that win. And then you have to turn right around 4 days later and do it again against a really good opponent, one of the up-and-coming quarterbacks, obviously, talents in this league. And how are you going to respond? And they responded by putting together just a really, really stingy performance defensively, getting the lead early, long drives by the offense, which I thought was very impressive, Billy. Because if you could say anything about last night, the field position they were fighting it all night.
Oh, it was tilted in the favor of Washington. So no doubt about it. Yeah.
Offense had to go on long drives. The defense had to have short fields constantly, and they were very stingy all the way. So really impressive. I think back to 2023, Billy. Jordan Love's first game as a starter. It was a huge game for him, huge moment. Went to Soldier Field, beat the rival Bears. Big moment, big excitement.
3 touchdowns, no picks, 31-14 or whatever it ended up being. Yeah.
Go right back and you lose game 2 to Atlanta. You blow the lead in the fourth quarter. That kind of hurts. It's like how you respond to success. You have to be able to maintain that. And the Packers were able to do it last night. Really impressive. Talk about running from your nightmares, embracing dreams. You see the schedule come out. You see Lions, Washington in a 10-day span. You go, oh no, like what's going to happen? And rolling out here, looking as impressive as they have, winning the first 2 games, serving notice to the rest of the league. They sure look different on defense. We know we've talked about that a little bit. The way the offense is emerging, Billy. A lot of exciting stuff through the first 2 weeks here at Lambeau.
Embracing the dream, I think, is the question for Packers fans throughout the day. And how much are you allowing yourself to embrace the dream? Because there's always going to be a hesitancy, and understandably so. And a lot of times I like to mock it because I've seen it a lot of times. And frankly, I think this is why we enjoy sports. This is what you do it for.
Yeah.
A little bit of an alternate reality and escape from sometimes real life. But this is real life. This football team is one of the best teams, if not the best team right now in the NFL. And right now, they don't hand out rings.
No way.
The only ring they hand out
12th.
is Sterling Sharp's Hall of Fame ring last night.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Let's go. Congrats, Sterling. Finally, great to see you back here in Green Bay, Sterling. I know it's been uneven for some years, but
I hope he gets his eyes fixed like he said so he can actually see it.
Yeah, that was
He
interesting.
said, I can't see it. I'm sure it looks great.
Awesome. I bet it was
when I
awesome.
see it, it will be good, but he's an interesting cat.
He
Holy
is.
cow.
It is
He
all
is.
honesty.
We could probably spend hours talking about that, but he's all honesty. But listen, it's great to see his name up where it belongs in the Ring of Honor. Great to see him have the gold jacket on.
Great to see Leroy Butler there in a fresh, all-white, seemingly
Swagger.
Packers tracksuit.
First of all, he looked great in white, man.
Wow, yeah.
Well,
Yep.
He looked good in
Leroy
white.
looks good in just about
Leroy,
anything, but yeah, he
Yeah.
can pull off the all-white.
It's a fresh
Even though it's
color.
after Labor Day.
Leroy is the friend you dream of having. because no matter what is going on, Leroy's everyone's friend. He'll always show up for you. And I don't want to say this the wrong way, and maybe it's by choice, but Sterling's relationship with Green Bay was uneven for a while, and we know that. That's just the way he was. But you didn't necessarily see like a bunch of old teammates and all these things. We've talked about it, but Leroy was there. So I thought that was pretty awesome.
Always.
Leroy was there for him. That's the kind of friend you want to have, man.
Shows up
there
for his
supporting
people.
him. I love that. So that was a great moment last night. You were down there. We'll talk about it. You were around there at halftime last night, experiencing some of it, you guys, but
also experiencing the crowd. I tried to last night because it felt like a little bit of a different atmosphere. I walked around the concourse throughout the day, obviously there throughout the day when I do the show from 10 to 2 there. So you get a little bit more of the feel throughout the afternoon. Saw a few of the different tailgate parties that were going. People were ready to start going hard at about 1 p.m. I mean, you could walk down Oneida Street and see a couple of the Airbnbs and the houses going absolutely up. People were handing out beers at like 2 p.m. So when Matt LaFleur walks up to the podium and congratulates and celebrates and says thank you to the gold package crowd, which we love here in the southeastern portion of the state.
that was fantastic. Let's hear it. Hey,
some flowers being thrown at the gold package.
can we hear for the gold
Traveling
package?
on a work night.
Can we hear for the gold
Thank
package?
you.
That's
Thank
taken a
you.
lot of arrows in the last how many years? I don't need to say it. How many arrows the gold package has taken?
Seemed like a lot of Packers fans in that place last night.
I mean, they've been the butt of many jokes. They've been, I don't know what the right word is. I mean, they've been pilloried, maybe is the right word.
Sure.
Up and down.
I love you finding a word
All
there.
right.
Yeah,
Be even
pillory.
better for it. Yeah, pillory. Nick, let's not even look that up because I don't even know. I don't even know how to spell it. But for the energy that the defense brings, it seems to be, and it felt a little palpable last night, a different buzz in the stadium. Because I don't think Packers fans are very used to this style of winning. Right? Like we've seen, and we've talked about it. And when Matt was on last week, we mentioned it because I thought, or it was during the football feast, pardon me, where he said, like on their podcast, him and John Kuhn on the Tundra podcast, that Jordan Love can beat teams by him with his arm and carry a team if he needs to. He's got that talent.
And we've seen it.
But you're not going to necessarily need to with this team. The organization didn't build this group that way.
Which I think for a lot of times Aaron was, right? Basically.
Well, I would say almost 3 decades. Right?
Yeah,
like
some ways,
since 96, has there been a situation where you legitimately could ask the question, is this defense better than this offense? In 2019, you had to squint on both sides. Because if you want to look at a luck quotient in the NFL, I know you like to find those different metrics that people find online.
Love that.
Whatever the Packers' luck quotient would have been in 2019, through the roof on the 4th floor.
That's a good point.
I mean, they found a lot of incredible bounces. They had double-digit sacks from Zadarius Smith, and I'm not trying to minimize him and Preston Smith, but they were good, really good players, and their defense seemingly was striking gold at the right time. They were also facing a last place schedule.
Opportunistic.
They were opportunistic.
Chiefs had Mahomes out when we beat the Chiefs.
No doubt
Stuff
about
like
it.
that.
They took advantage of different things, and it felt like a very gilded path that 2019 team was able to take.
Yeah.
But then when you got to the Bowser round of the NFC title game, there were a lot of Packers fans, I think, that were looking at each other saying, this is where the yellow brick road ends up. Right? This is probably where that turns from green and gold to burgundy and gold.
Sure.
And for this group, I don't know that it's quite close right now. I think offensively, they have the explosiveness to compete with just about any. Consistently, I don't believe they will touch the top offenses or the top offense in football. Like last year, Detroit's a juggernaut because they're routing teams and putting up 40 to 50 a week, and it's becoming commonplace. I don't necessarily know those are going to be the waters that this team swims in. But when you're talking about systematically taking out teams and frankly breaking some wills, that's what a defense that suffocates like the one you watched last night does. I mean, that is a back-breaking feel for an offense. So when you don't have any feeling or any confidence that you're going to be able to contain, let alone break through for a 12-play drive until they start easing up and letting Edgerrin Cooper and Quay Walker back up a little bit and play more of a deep middle. It is a different style of defense. I think defense brings a different energy to a fan base. I just want to know how many Packers fans are embracing the dream.
Especially around here, yeah.
Or if you are going to hold back just a tick.
Yeah.
Going to
No
reserve that going all in, Nick, because a lot of fans want to be a little bit cautious, want to be careful because they don't want to get their heart broken again. I'm here to say, if there was a team to let break your heart, this would be the one, because there's one to walk onto the edge of the diving board and go into the deep end with. It's this group, because it feels markedly different in Green Bay.
Absolutely. And if they do what they did to Jaden Daniels last night, then there isn't a quarterback on their schedule that should scare you. I mean, if they can handle a guy with his dual threat ability, they'll get Lamar in December. Fine. He's better than Jaden Daniels. He does the same things, but better. But let's be real. 17 rushing yards. I conceded yesterday that Jaden's going to get his, right? All right. Everybody else, you got to stop. Jaden didn't get his. He had 17 yards on the ground.
That's
He had
crazy.
nowhere to go.
Crazy, yeah.
Nowhere to go. Whether it was Laramie Tunsil or the rookie on the right side, it didn't matter what tackle, what guy was going to get beat. And the Packers took advantage. Yeah, people don't want to jump in. That's on them, but this is what it's about. You're supposed to jump in. I'll tell you right now, they'll be 3-0. And I'll tell you right now, they're probably going to be 4-0 and go to their bye week. Are you gonna jump in then at the quarter pole of the season when they're 4-0 and still considered one of the best, if not the best team in the NFL? Jump in. It's going to be a fun ride. Either they win the championship or they're a really good team again. And that's what this is about. Look at the other sideline. People are questioning them. They're the oldest team in the league. They're running back that they thought they'd be able to rely on. He's down for the season.
You can't.
Now you got a guy named Bill that you never heard of that played well in week 1, but had 4 carries for 17 yards this week. Like, this is a team that has a ton of questions on the other side, and they had more questions now going into week 3 than they had going into week 2. Packers have no question in my mind. I was going to ask later, and I will ask later during Bruiser Bite because our audience turns over. Where's the hole? Where is the hole in their game?
It sure doesn't seem like there are many right now.
Well, and frankly, I'm glad, Nick, that you gave me a heads up, because I'm going to have to start thinking about it. Like, that's a tough one to put you on. Right. That's a tough one to put you onto the spot, Armin, with, because it is one where you are kind of looking hard and trying to. Their hole is maybe depth now at wide receiver, because Jaden Reed has been their most productive wide receiver. He goes down for 6 to 8 weeks.
Absolutely.
That's not nothing.
And he's
Christian Watson, you're still rehabbing from an ACL. That's not nothing. However, when Dontavian Wicks is getting open like he has in the first 2 weeks, and Matthew Golden was literally 8 combined foot away from probably 130 yards and 2 touchdowns last night. The big plays are
totally there. He's open. He's going to hit some big ones. Yeah, and absolutely. Right. And Dontavian Wicks, you're right. I mean, this is the Dontavian Wicks we hoped and expected to see at parts of last year, and that he could be. Now you start to become consistent with your hands, which he is becoming. You're talking about matchup nightmares. You're talking about sky's the limit for a guy that can get that open. Dontavian Wicks, welcome back from the wilderness. This is what we needed. And you're right. You're going to need it now with Jaden Reed out. Watson still rehabbing. It's pretty impressive stuff.
And then you throw in Malik Heath with the footwork yesterday.
Oh my goodness,
that was just a thing of beauty.
People were making. I don't hear anyone making fun of me talking about Malik Heath anymore. All right,
I'm talking about a guy
I'm not
that's
going
easy
to name
root
names
for. I mean, seriously, you don't go undrafted and make the active roster in consecutive like he has done, right? You just don't do that. And they have high belief in him. And yesterday, the footwork, the ability. I mean, Savion Williams is going to be able. Jaden Reed didn't play yesterday. Let's be honest. I mean, he went down instantly.
He didn't play,
And what happened? Nothing. I mean, Tucker Kraft was your guy. You had everything you needed to do to beat a good team. I know Jaden Reed's a great player. Think about this. I mean, if they get Jaden Reed back, Christian Watson takes half a season to get up to – you're just going to be better when the season ends than you are right now in personnel, and you might be an incredible team as it is. This is a team that I think you have to have wholehearted faith in.
Absolutely.
And anyone that's being reserved about it, we get it. Right, we get it, but at this point they're 2-0 and they're the best team in the NFL.
Yeah. Now let me say this: and you mentioned a little bit before the show, Billy. They're not going 17-0. It's not always going to. There's the National Football League. Yeah. It's not always going to be puppy dogs and ice cream. I know why not, right?
Sitting the starters in the final week.
No, listen.
Yeah, right. Sense, yep.
It's not always going to be puppy dogs and ice cream. You're going to have adversity at some point, and that's okay. But it sure looks like they have a lot of pieces right now. And my last thing about that is, you talk about being in and being out, jumping in, when are you going to jump out? How about we just everyone jump in and stay in all the time, no matter what happened? How about everyone grabbing?
All right. Well, yeah, you can live in that sports utopia.
Everyone grab an oar, get in the boat, and let's row. Everyone row.
Oh.
Row. We're in this together. Let's go.
Are
Win
we
or
doing the
lose,
row the boat?
No matter.
94's that way.
No, I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about him.
Yeah.
I'm not
You want to
talking
go
about
through
them.
that nonsense, you can get up there.
My point is, we don't always have to be in or out all the time. All right, we don't have to be in and out. Okay, we can be in the
people
boat.
are going to be careful. People are going to be delicate with it. And also, I think it is like there was a cool graphic I saw by one of the 90,000 different sports gambling entities that posts content last night. And it was a picture of Christian Yelich, Micah Parsons, and Giannis. It was like, pretty nice time to be a Wisconsin sports fan. Giannis, the top 5 player in the league.
Vibes.
Looks like the Packers are the best team in football, and the Brewers are the best team in baseball. Like, however, the first comment I get when I say it doesn't suck, right? Like it's been worse. Was until the championships. I guess again. So I do know that there are people that are going to hold out to say I still don't believe it until I see it. Well, I don't know what else you're going to need to see other than 10-1 and Matt LaFleur hoisting a Lombardi. I think they're in that conversation where as close as you can get, you have to be as all in as possible. Derek and Whitewater, I just put my house up for sale last night so I could afford Super Bowl tickets. Jacob in Superior, call the lifeguards because I'm drowning in this green and gold Kool-Aid.
He also said, can we start the show calling out the love haters winning a Super Bowl? Jordan Love is lucky, age number 27, so it's destiny. Maybe, and Billy, I like to traffic in this type of conversation a lot. Like I like to create my straw man, boogeyman, right, and go after him. I don't remember. Are there a lot of love haters out there? He said, call out the love haters. How many haters are there?
There's definitely some skeptics, I would say. Some people that are questioning if maybe the money was given a little bit too prematurely, but it was time. It was the way that it works. And also, I think I keep saying it this way, and I said it last night on Packers OT a number of times. There's still a lot of meat on that offensive bone.
Oh, yes.
Like you are looking up at the buffet, and you still haven't even cracked that really cool General Tso's chicken area that they got. I saw them cooking up fried rice on a hibachi machine. Like my man's up there.
Oh, that's not
volcano.
That's the
onion volcano.
The onion volcano.
Bang.
Yes. Did you do the little train too?
All I've touched is the mashed potatoes
in
and the steak that they got over here.
The egg without it cracking. I love that.
First thing I grab is a couple of the chicken tenders because I got to make sure that everything's warm.
Absolutely.
We haven't even went all the way around the
buffet
offensive buffet.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs cracked 90 yards yet?
No, the running game hasn't even gotten off yet. That's
23 carries. They fed him last night, but they have not hit nearly their stride offensively. And again, they've scored 27 points on two teams that were in the final 8 last year. 877-794-1973. Andy, if healthy, Super Bowl is the only thing you can think.
All right, then let's just do it. Let's drop the mobs.
877-794-1973.
Super Bowl. Let's go.
608. Forget the high dive. I'm jumping off the 100-foot cliff with this team.
Oh man, you're doing some cliff diving? Oh my goodness.
We are jumping head first into the excitement.
Let's jump right in, I guess. That's fine.
How much of the dream are you embracing?
Oh, all of it.
Armin Sarian is done running from the nightmare.
No, I'll be nervous every week that we're going to lose. Don't get me wrong. But I absolutely believe right now this team has enough talent to make a deep run and make those type of dreams come true. You have to think that after 10 days.
877-794-1973. Can you, will you, or are you still reserving, or are you even further than this? Forget jumping in. I've been in the pool, fellas. I'm driving the bandwagon. There's still plenty of room on this. It's getting more crowded. And let's be honest, today, nationally, if you are a Packers fan, maybe you're a gold package fan and you did decide, hey, I'm going to take the day off.
Yeah, because you did your work gold package.
You're gonna potentially want to enjoy the national glazing that's going to happen to the Green Bay Packers.
That's fair, yeah.
The national media is going to have a field day with this one because the primetime spectacular last night goes way of the home team, 27-18, and it wasn't that close at Lambeau Field. The winter warning.
Everybody in white last night. Let's go.
Was sent.
I was absolutely pleased with that. Thank you. I was pleased with that. You guys did your job, fans.
I saw one individual that decided to be cool guy wearing a blue dress shirt.
Oh boy.
A dress shirt.
And then quickly I saw somebody walk by and say, hey man, I'm glad you're doing business. That was the only way you weren't buying in last night, because the energy and the
good.
vibes were elite at Lambeau Field. And the vibes are high on the NicoletLaw.com talking text line 877-794-1973. It's No BS with Billy and Sarian on the game.
Green Bay, Pittsburgh. Sunday night, October 26th, the legend and his backup meet for the first time. And Zabe, Butch, and the Russ Darrow Automotive Group want you to watch the game with them in the Steel City. With thousands of vehicles available, now is the perfect time to trade in, trade up, and drive home in the car, truck, van, or SUV you've been dreaming about. Shop the entire inventory and lock in savings today at russdarrow.com. Get to thegameandstuff.com contests and sign up to win this epic road trip with the fellas.
Love versus Rodgers. Let's go.
Thegameandstuff.com/contests.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Big savings are happening right now at Russ Darrow. Hi, it's Zabe here for the Russ Darrow Automotive Group. They're making room for brand new 2026 models, which means huge sales on every 2025 in stock. Whether you're shopping for a stylish Kia, a rugged Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, or sporty Mazda, dependable Nissan, trusted Honda, versatile Mitsubishi, or the legend Toyota, we've got incredible deals waiting for you. With thousands of vehicles available, now is the perfect time to trade in, trade up, and drive home in the new car, truck, van, or SUV you've been dreaming about. But hurry, when the 2025s are gone, they're gone for good. Shop the entire inventory and lock in your savings today at russdarrow.com. Big savings are happening right now at Russ Darrow. Discover the Darrow difference today.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hello, smart and good-looking listeners. Chef Adam Pavlak here, friend of the Drew and KB Show. I would like to invite you to join me and some culinary friends for the 7th Annual Milwaukee Chef Collaboration Dinner. The event, which will be held Sunday, November 9th at Elder and Rhyme on Mayfair Road in Wauwatosa, is like a culinary all-star game. 13 of the top chefs in the Milwaukee area will join forces for an 11-course dinner that will feature beverage pairings from Tripper Duval of the Lost Whale and music from Joe Ray. Proceeds from the event will benefit my charity, of course, Cooking for Kids, along with Hunger Task Force, Girls on the Run of Southeastern Wisconsin, the Alzheimer's Association, Running Rebels, and other local charities. For information and to purchase tickets, visit cookingforkidswi.org. That's cookingforkidswi.org.
Jason, what are you singing?
Working on a new jingle to promote Capital's $49 drain clearing. When your sink fills up with gunk, don't stress, don't whine. It's only $49.
Don't take this the wrong way, man, but I'd stick to plumbing, heating, and cooling if I were you.
That's fair, but people need to know that we clear clogs for only $49.
Fine, but I would have rhymed gunk with junk. It's so obvious.
Call CapitalCares.com. My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right.
Y'all gotta try that Febreze car.
Just right, just right, just right, just right. Yeah. La 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 la. Pick up for 40 days degrees of consistency. All over breeze, car clips right on your vent. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face. When it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah, breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
Oh no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
It's a powerful run to the house and under duress, and it's a safety.
Join us Saturday. Wisconsin travels to Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama. Badger Game Day is live at 7 a.m. Kickoff at 11 on Milwaukee's most listened to sports station and the home of your Wisconsin Badgers. 97.3 The Game. Make 97.3 The Game your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app. Powered by Gruber Law.
One call, that's all.
Injured?
Remember, one call, that's all.
Live from the all-new Iron Jock Studios, built by Rima Remodel. This is No BS with Billy and Saria.
I waited for this. I'm so excited.
On The Game.
In the shotgun, Daniels on 2nd down and 3. Takes the snap, hands it off to the running back. Eckler hit from behind, down he goes. Wow, Hedger and Cooper. The Cowboy, like a flash over the line of scrimmage.
Never getting up, and every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they
Got to imagine this song is being played quite a bit yesterday. Because all the Packers have done so far in 2025 is win, 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 and done it a little bit different than Packers teams of old. Suffocating, ferocious defense that just closes on people like nobody's business.
Closing, that's it right there.
The closing on receivers by Keyshawn Nixon. The closing on ball carriers as check down Charlie turned into Jaden Daniels had to check down throughout the rest of the game last night. And for a dude that has been has had one of the more sensational starts to an NFL career at that position.
Absolutely.
Than anybody we've seen. And he played like 50 college games before coming into the NFL. Started as a true freshman at Arizona State, played there for 2 years. They were brutal. They had a couple other allegations then, maybe
we saw
something
him.
to go with there.
Wisconsin did. I mean,
in the bowl game.
Las Vegas Bowl.
Yes.
I mean,
and
did not play that well.
No, but like you could see, right? Like you could see that guy's really good. Everybody around them is really bad, but I don't know exactly how he's going to get any better playing here because you're like, there's just too much hesitancy. And he seemingly was reverted back into that a little bit last night. 26 pressures or 26 blitzes, I believe it was. 46% of the plays the Packers brought pressure. We had talked about that late into the show yesterday. Like maybe that's going to be the recipe for the Packers when a week ago they're like, hands up, we're just going to let our front four eat against maybe the best defense or offensive line in football, the Detroit Lions.
But against Jaden, they mixed it up.
And instead they mixed it up. They ran after a running quarterback where in the last couple of years, you've seen them be a little bit more hesitant and reticent to do that with the mush rush, trying to muddle up the pocket, condense and make him contained. They felt no issue running Jaden Daniels out of the pocket. And in a large portion of it, Armin, is because I believe they feel their guys can catch up to him. And when you have a Quay Walker and Edrin Cooper in the middle of the field, along with, Parsons and Gary and Rashawn Gary playing phenomenal.
He's playing great and he's kind of getting unleashed, which is great, but that's the effect.
He's also not seeing double and triple teams.
He's not seeing those.
There were a whole lot of triple teams that were getting thrown to Rashawn Gary, but a lot of double teams.
Absolutely. I think they're all feeling confidence. You talk about the speed of the linebackers has been a big part of it. Rhonda brought up on the text line. I saw what the defense is attacking, not being as passive, playing tighter and faster, which was great. There is an aspect of that. 2 weeks in a row, think about this, guys. Jared Goff completed 31 balls, with an average of 5.8 yards per pass per completion. Jaden Daniels completed 24 balls with an average of 4.8. I don't remember back-to-back weeks where they've allowed so little per completion. And that's exactly what we're talking about here is even balls that are completed, they're absolutely converging on bringing population in the ball. And it's impressive. You talk about check down Charlie. They've been forcing for 2 weeks in a row teams to have to throw short and throw for very little yards. And it's impressive thing to do consistently in this game. It's not easy to do that.
The yards per play and the estimated yards per attempt numbers are going to be pretty staggering that are going to come out over the next couple of days. And Nick, there's a ton of ways that you can analytically look at the game, but then you can also look at the eye test and just see, like we talked about it on the post game last night. And when you watch Keyshawn Nixon this year, it's the Micah Parsons effect of being able to just be convicted in your belief of when the football's coming out. You don't get 5 pass breakups if you don't know the football has to come out at a certain time. He's on receivers, no doubt about it, not allowing any separation, but it's the aggressiveness that you can play with when you know the football's got to come out as quickly as it did last night. And when Micah Parsons says, I'm going to make those guys a lot of money, I don't know that we realized we were going to see it so quickly, and all these people realizing like, wow, I maybe should be apologizing to Keyshawn Nixon because he's playing like quarterback one.
No doubt about it. In hand raising air, I made fun of Keyshawn Nixon when he said he wanted to be CB1. I said, okay, let's be real here, man. You're a good returner. You could be a guy that's rotationally important, but you're not going to be. He could be quarterback one. And it is because of the pressure that they're getting up front. And Mike is the spearhead of that. But Rashawn Gary, Lucas Van Ness, name your guy. Devontae Wyatt's been great so far this year.
Great.
These guys are disruptors, and the secondary is the benefactor of those disruptions. So I think that this is a team, you have to say, after 2 weeks and what you've seen from running back play on the other side, that there's going to be no concern about stopping the run. I mean, Kenny Clark's gone. Everyone's like, oh, how are we going to stop the run? And it's not everyone here, but it's everyone on the outside. Packers run defense going to take a hit here. Not really. Really not at all. Might be even better because the Packers are getting after it. They're getting up the offense early in the game. They're going to have to pass. The opponents are going to, and the Packers are ready for that. So, yeah, Keyshawn Nixon's one of those guys that I think is going to have a run now here for a few seasons where we say in 10 years looking back, remember how good Keyshawn Nixon was for a few years there?
It's an amazing path he's been on, right? A guy that was just a returner, a third cornerback, then he fought himself all the way up to the top. And I think a lot of people roll their eyes kind of when they say, oh, yeah, I'm CB1.
I believe my answer was, yeah, we all want things. I
can't have what we get. I'm no kick returner, right? I think he said that. I don't want to be a kick returner. I want to be CB1.
You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself, right? I love that. Okay, now I got to ask Nick and Dave, the young dudes here about Aura, right? Because Owen on the text line, every year since we won in 2010, I've been saying this is our year again. By the way, I love that, Owen, every year. That's right.
That, yes.
However, we were always flawed and needing to be carried by the offense and Rodgers. This team's different. Everyone talks about Aura now. This team has Aura. Every time, single time Parsons steps on the field, it's electric. The energy of the crowd through the roof. We're getting it done this year. Aura, is that a thing? That's a thing with the kids now?
Oh, it's 100%.
It does feel like, there is aura with Micah Parsons, right, guys?
Yeah. He brings a certain aura to this defense, and it's helped really kind of elevate everyone else. You've seen the confidence, the swagger that they're playing with. I guess, Nick, maybe we could say aura is the new term for swagger. It's the same. Sure. It's basically the same kind of thing, just a new term for it. So,
talking about aura, not just talking about aura. I mean, Isaiah Nair. I mean, you got to be real. You got to be real. You got the biggest chain I've ever seen in my life. You're not even active for the game. You see McCole Hardman
right there.
He had about 6 chains on. I mean, there's aura. It's aura. It's popular nowadays to call swagger aura, but whatever. There's no aura farming. I'll tell you that. When you win, there's no farming. When Tyrese Halliburton loses, that's aura farming when he's trying to look cool. But yeah, the Packers are legit, and yeah, kids want to say aura.
Do you think
Nair had a nice chain? He had a nice camp.
But I hope it wasn't real.
Isaiah, make smart investments, man, in your life.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, fake.
He was playing at Nebraska last year, so like they're giving NIL.
Well, that's true. He might have some more money than I assumed. Yeah.
But he's driving a Toyota Corolla, though.
Practice squad is making more money than ever before. We know that.
Ridiculous. I mean, it is ridiculous.
I mean,
This
listen,
chain
he
had
might
on.
have. I would have gotten that too if I had 12 touchdowns in 2021 with the Wyoming Cowboys.
You got to realize there's no gemologists out here with magnifying glasses looking to make sure those stones
You
are
think
real.
those were lab grown?
I bought something like that at the Dells for $4. All right, at one of those stores on the strip in the Dells there. Had a big microphone on it. I bought it in high school. Everyone thought. I tell you something.
Did
You
it
can get some
spin?
fake. You can get some fake stuff that looks real. What's that?
Did it spin?
That one didn't, but that would have been nice.
Yeah,
So-
it would have looked like my WWE spinner belt. That
Would have been
I had.
like my Dada Supreme sneakers.
For
I had
what
in
it's worth,
2002.
Dove Kleiman, so probably inaccurate.
Who
says
did
this
he
is an
sell his
impressive-
account to? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
This is an impressive jewelry collection for Nair, worth an estimated $200,000. His watch, his chain. Hey, man, I mean, I don't know how much you guys make for practice squad. It's not much more than that. So
look good, feel good, play good, and when I do play good, they will pay good.
You know what he's
gotta do,
taking?
but you got to start
He
looking
is
good.
taking
401k
his
good. I don't know.
his practice reps as the mock Justin Jefferson later this year pretty seriously.
Yes.
I mean, he's trying to emulate everything that JJ's doing for when you got practice reps where you're
I
kind
did.
of mocking him out there on the field.
I
You got to
liked
be
him in
ready
camp.
for it. No
I
doubt
liked
about
him
it.
a lot. Yeah.
All right, 877-794-1973. Not sure we're going to have time now to get to our Dontavian Wicks conversation coming up here before the top of the hour. We're going to try to get as much of it in coming up here. And he joined us on Packers OT last night after a phenomenal game. Once again, Dontavian Wicks, phenomenal on Packers OT. He joined Drew and I after the game. Catches early and often, and this Packers offense scoring points early and often. 877-794-1973. It's no BS on the game.
What? Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. Yes,
Zabe and the championship vacation team hit the road to the newly opened adults only all-inclusive Hyatt Vivid Grand Island Resort Cancun in February of 2026. It's Sunburn Bowl 7. Indulge in 11 gourmet restaurants and 6 bars, sunsets from the rooftop pool, live broadcasts, nightly entertainment, and more. It's Sunburn Bowl 7.
I waited for this. I'm so excited.
Call Travel Leaders Discovery today at 833-TL-TRIPS or go to thegameandstuff.com for more information.
Hey, what's up? It's Russell Nicolay with Nicolay Law. If you get injured, it's Nicolay time.
It's the second week of September, and Iron Jock is basically giving away their polos.
40% off. That's almost half.
Iron Jock polos are 4-way stretch, odor eliminating, and stain resistant. The best, Jerry. The best.
Who's Jerry?
No codes, no secret handshakes. Just add to cart and bask in your savings like it's the 90s again.
But act fast. This ends Sunday. After that, the discount disappears faster than Detroit's playoff hopes.
40% off your Iron Jock polos. Go now.
IronJOC.com.
Chased from behind by Parsons. And a sack. Micah Parsons registers the sack back at the 31-yard line. And the Parsons project is underway.
Hey, let's keep hitting them, man.
Packers Friday is sponsored by Cousins Subs, your one-stop shop for all your football parties. With customizable 12 or 20-piece party boxes, 7.5-inch subs, sides, and shakes. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Even your pickiest eater will say yes to this. Crispy chicken tenders are now at Cousins Subs. Perfect on their own with a favorite dipping sauce, or stacked in one of our 2 new subs. Classic crispy chicken or bold Buffalo Ranch crispy chicken. Made with quality chicken and served on our fresh baked bread. It's a mealtime win for kids and grown-ups. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only here for a limited time. Order in store, online, or on the app today. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Here in Wisconsin, there's one name synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza. That's Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home, and they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved Rising Crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo Thin Pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your grocer's frozen food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family business.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
The Fox 6 weather experts are presented by AdventKnows.com.
Another foggy start to our day. Dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. Dry with extra care and caution today. Partly sunny, high near 80 inland, 70s lakeside this afternoon. Showers arriving overnight. I'm Fox 6 Chief Meteorologist Rob Haswell.
This report is sponsored by your local Can-Am dealer.
Right now through October 31st, take advantage of the Can-Am factory sales and get a rebate of up to $3,500 on select 2025 Can-Am side-by-side or ATV vehicles. Conditions apply. Visit your local Can-Am dealer for details.
97.3 The Game.
This song was playing throughout the Lambeau Field night as the Packers win 27-18 over Washington last night. Dontavian Wicks started out with a pair of catches against Marshawn Lattimore. He joined us on Packers OT. And Dontavian, was that an early game plan? You guys see something on film? Because you went at Marshawn early and often.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we had a plan. I feel like we had a great plan coming into the game. We know how it was gonna be. We knew how their DBs played. So we coach put in some plays, certain plays that he seen that was gonna work, and he called it.
And it also looked like any time that a certain number 2 was lined up on you, there was going to be a little bit of a hunt. That's got to be a good moment when after you've beaten somebody once, twice, maybe 3 or 4 times, and you line up across from them. What's that feeling like knowing that you've got them a little bit on skates?
Yeah, man. Once you get a few catches on somebody, you in their head now. And the type of player I am, I'm gonna talk a little bit so I can get deeper in. As we go, I just keep doing what I'm doing and competing as hard as I can. Trying to get them out their game. So and it worked today. So
talking stuff is going to make you we're big fans of that. So do you have a restriction, Dontavian? You have to wait till you get like 2 catches before you start chirping, or are you going to start that all you know is go, and once you guys start lining up, you're going to start a little bit of the chatter?
Oh yeah, man. I come out on it. So whenever the game starts, I feel like it's an opportunity to compete and try to be the best on the field. So every game I come out with the mindset to get in my opponent head and try to get them out their game as quick as possible. So everything open up for me.
Chatting with Dontavian Wicks here on Packers OT, Drew Wilson and Bill Schmidt. Okay, speaking of chirping, because Billy opened this door, there's no question that at Virginia you came across people who were Commanders fans. That might have been the pro team that people followed on campus.
Yeah.
Are your friends going to talk to you now? Or are they going to be quiet? Are they going to text you? Or they know you're going to give it back to them? What's that dynamic like?
Man, I text a few of them before the game. Go Pack. I seen them posting. Some Commanders posts. So I text a few of them. Go Pack. They know what it is though. We got to get them over here on this side.
Well, if you guys keep playing like this, I think it's going to be a very easy bandwagon to get people to jump onto. Dontavian, man, when you're working through training camp, we were there at every practice, and we could see you grinding through, working through some injuries. Was there any point where you lost a little bit of confidence in being able to perform
this way right away, or was it always the goal in the mind as you're rehabbing, knowing you'd be ready for week 1?
It's really all about staying on your mental, knowing what you're capable of, having that confidence, and the work I put in over the summer, and over OTAs, I feel like I'm prepared enough, and I've prepared enough to go out and be at my best. So it's just really a mental thing, staying in it, keeping yourself to the highest confidence, getting those catches when you're not in, and also like staying on the plays when you're not in, staying there mentally. So I focused on that while I was out, doing the things I could control, and I feel like my preparation where it need to be.
Dontavian, what's it like in the wide receiver room to watch Tucker Kraft have the kind of night that he did? His first career 100-yard night. He was pretty dominant this evening.
Yeah, man. It's really motivation, because Tuck, the type of guy he is, he go out and work every day. It just don't show up on game day. He do it in practice too. So that's that type of motivation we need on the team, from one of our leaders. It make everybody go and want to do the same thing to, get the same results. So that's big, and I'm proud of him because we talked about this rookie year.
He was a punisher tonight. He threw one guy out of the club when he tried to tackle him. It was one of the best things that I was able to see. Dontavian Wicks hanging out with us, Packers OT. Packers win 27-18, 2-0 for the first time since 2020. Dontavian, I got to say, I don't see a whole lot of you guys sitting on the bench very long when this defense is up, especially when it's third down. How much fun is it on the sidelines watching these guys go after quarterbacks right now?
Yeah, man, it's fun because, they out there playing fast. And that's, as an offense, that make it harder on the offense when you have a defense flying around, everybody going to the ball. So there's not really a lot of yak you can get when you got 5 people at the ball. So I think, man, I think it's electric. They bring a lot of energy to the stadium and to the team when they get out there on the field. So yeah. It's really fun watching them because we know they're going to get us the ball back, so get us more ops. So we got to cheer them on while they're out there.
All right. Last thing, because we want you to go enjoy this win and get into your the couple of days of R&R here. But you mentioned that you're proud of Tucker Kraft. What about a guy you go against all the time? Keyshawn Nixon broke up 5 passes today. The only thing missing for this defense was a takeaway, but they didn't need one. They still dominated. But Keyshawn has been really stepping up, and he definitely is carrying himself like CB1 right now. What's it like to watch him on the rise and establish himself as one of the best guys out there?
Hey, I feel like it's fun to watch Key. That's another guy, I'm cool with on the team. And we talked about it. I see where his head at, and he want that CB1 spot, and he playing how he need to get that role. So, it's fun seeing him, going against us, and taking that to the game, competing with us, and then go out there and take it to the game. That lets you know you got somebody that you can work with on the other side when you're in practice.
Iron sharpens iron. Dontavian Wicks yesterday talking about Keyshawn Nixon and the entire Packers 27-18 victory. A lot of good stuff there. A lot more from the locker room. We're going to hear from Micah Parsons coming up in hour number 3. Hour number 2, 25 minutes away. Matt Schneidman was in that locker room. He talks with us. No BS on the game.
Preset. Save.
We're already a preset in your car, I assume.
Preset number 1. Never a doubt.
And we've brought it to the iHeartRadio app.
Simply click the button labeled Preset.
Our station gets anchored to the top of your app.
97.3 The Game. Added.
Grab the contest rules for 97.3 The Game at thegamemke.com. Packers football and Miller Lite. Tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly.
It's time. Time for the pro to get everything for the entire job, all from one partner. To get access to over 3 million products, including many products you won't find in our stores. It's time to get delivery on your schedule or next day on over 50,000 products. And time to get dedicated support on the job site or in our stores. From ordering to planning, we've got you. One partner, any job, all in. Ask about all we can now do at the Pro Desk. The Home Depot Pro, it's about time.
Hey, it's
Brian Butch for Window Nation. Right now, this month, get 50% off all window styles, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. That's right. You could pay nothing until 2027. Here's the thing. You want to go to the hottest baseball team, the best baseball team in all of America? You could get 2 pair of tickets to an upcoming Milwaukee Brewers game when you replace all the windows in your home. So give them a call at 866-90NATION or visit windownation.com.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Every day live from Milwaukee and heard on the iHeart app by fans everywhere. This is WRNW-FM Milwaukee. 97.3 The Game.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
It's the second week of September, and Iron Jock is basically giving away their polos.
40% off. That's almost half.
Iron Jock polos are 4-way stretch, odor eliminating, and stain resistant. The best, Jerry. The best.
Who's Jerry?
No codes, no secret handshakes. Just add to cart and bask in your savings like it's the 90s again.
But act fast. This ends Sunday. After that, the discount disappears faster than Detroit's playoff hopes.
40% off your Iron Jock polos. Go now.
IronJoc.com.
You work hard to provide for yourself and your family, and that's why identity theft is so scary. Not only does it pose a threat to your financial well-being, everything you've worked so hard for, but it's also a danger to your family. Even children can be victims. It's not their money thieves go after, obviously, but their social security number. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Act now and save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacies, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings Wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Kept GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
Make 97.3 The Game your #1 preset on our free iHeartRadio app, powered by Gruber Law.
One call, that's all.
Injured?
Remember, one call, that's all.
There is no BS with Screamin' Sicilian Premium Crab Frozen Pizza. Find it in your local grocer's freezer and taste what all the screaming is about. Drop it. Woo!
He's very knowledgeable, very intelligent guy, very personable guy.
Here's Doug Russell.
Well, that was fun.
And faking the handoff. Love rolls right, throws end zone.
Oh, he's got
Tucker
him.
Kraft, touchdown! And a Lambeau leap to the north end zone. Stands. They beat Will Harris on a beautiful play fake by Jordan Love. Tucker Kraft, 8-yard touchdown reception.
And it was off to the races. The Packers now 2-0 on the season. 27-18 last night at Lambeau Field over the Washington Commanders. A team, by the way, I don't know if you guys realized they NFC Championship game a year ago.
Absolutely,
They're a good team.
Very much so. They've also been they're 1 year away from each other. The Packers were the Commanders in 2023, where everyone's kind of sexy pick after a great run with the young quarterback into the playoffs, slapped down a little bit and back into reality. I think Washington was a little bit there last night.
Jade's a good player. There's no doubt he's talented. He's going to have great things ahead of him. And I still believe in his talent and his ability to do what he can with that team. But you start thinking about that Washington roster. I mean, this isn't a show about them, but they are an old roster. Eckler went down.
Youngest team in football playing the oldest team,
which kind of surprised me because I didn't think of them that way. You have Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And why are we calling a guy named Ja'Cory Bill?
That's his nickname growing up.
But I don't get it. We're just coming up with random nicknames that have no sense to.
Okay, well,
how about JJ Enigbare?
I'm a Bill.
Well,
how do you get Bill from William? I mean, it doesn't make a ton of sense.
It's a little
so,
bit.
I mean, you can find it wherever you want.
No.
But also, I think there was his grandmother called him that. I believe there was a reason why he watched a cartoon.
I don't have a problem
with a kid named Bill. And that's
you're
where
just confused by it. You're just confused by it. You don't have a problem with it. Is that what you're saying?
I don't have a problem with it, but you guys know me about pro athlete names. How many guys are going by their middle names all the time? And
like DK Metcalf. I mean, that's a long name. You got to shorten it to
DeKalen.
I think everybody should just be JJ.
You know what?
JJ Watt, JJ Jefferson,
JJ Tucker,
JJ Hardy, JJ Hardy.
On the bright side, the Commanders
James
got
Jerry.
younger with Eckler's injury.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
that is true.
Right?
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah, he's got. I mean,
they're not going to replace him with someone older.
Well, you would hope not.
Frank Gore coming out of retirement.
He said, "Hold my beer. I'm coming."
What a drop!
All right, guys, I got a few more in me.
Let's go.
What's Adrian Peterson up to? Never mind.
All right, Little Bill was the old cartoon.
Little Bill.
Little Bill. That was a banger of a cartoon.
It was fantastic.
Now I feel great about it because I have an explanation and a reason.
Yeah, Little Bill.
Jaden Daniels was sacked 4 times. Rashawn Gary and Devontae Wyatt each had 1. Micah Parsons, Barron Sorrell, Carl Brooks, and Edgerrin Cooper. They combined for the other 2. On offense, though, it was Tucker Kraft's night. 6 catches for 124 yards and a score. Not necessarily surprising to anyone, perhaps least of all teammate Josh Jacobs.
I've been screaming his name, since last year, man. I mean, the way that he comes in and, he works his butt off and really how he stepped up this year as a leader, I think is, special. He's been in here. He didn't leave. He came the whole offseason, stayed there. He was in the building every day in workouts and OTAs. He's the first in line. He's running hard. I think that he's getting everything that, he put in, and I'm happy for him.
Green Bay 2-0 for the first time since 2020. They have now beaten up on 2 playoff teams from a year ago.
Yeah, this has not been any sort of, Sunday at the bakery cupcake list. I mean, this has been a couple of really good teams.
Well, you also hit me with the Sunday bakery that you a lot of times frequent.
Love it.
They
Love
already
it.
jumped the gun, Dougie, because I imagine you saw last night in the concourse a lot of number 1 jerseys.
A lot of number 1 jerseys.
They already got number 1 cookies at your favorite Sunday
Oh,
bakery.
how about that?
No, well, just whatever. Sugar and Flour in Greendale, great spot.
Micah Parsons, by the way, has been a Green Bay Packer now for 15 days.
Isn't that crazy? It feels like he's been here a lot longer, but he hasn't been. Yeah, they had the little sugar cookies with the little Packer jerseys. They had the 10, the 8, and the 1. I like those 3. Of course, the Micah Parsons was the most popular. That's the one I ate.
Okay, that's what I like to hear.
Well, he's the flavor of the week. I had to get.
That's true.
Not that I wouldn't eat a
I'd be
Josh
the flavor
Jacobs
of the year.
or a Jordan Love cookie as well, but I like that.
Everybody, listen, everybody, as they say, everybody's going to eat.
Everyone's
Whether it's
gotta
a cookie
eat.
or anything
Everyone's
else.
gotta eat.
Cookie itself was very basic, though.
Oh.
I mean, it was just a sugar cookie with frosting.
I'm sorry.
So it was good. It wasn't anything. It was more
It
exciting.
was good. You know what you're getting. It sounds a lot like Micah Parsons. You know exactly what you're getting.
No, it's a great
reliable,
spot.
delicious pass rush.
It's a great spot. I also had the breakfast sandwich. It was really good.
Packers get a couple of days off now before hitting the road. They take on the Browns a week from Sunday. So Billy and I went down to the field for halftime when Sterling Sharp was honored on the occasion of being inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And when you go into Canton, you also get your name up on the facade at Lambeau Field. Now we think about all of the alumni that have come back to Green Bay over the years, and you see these luminaries all the time, which is one of the great things about the Packers because they've got 106 years of history on which to draw upon. This was the first time that Sterling Sharpe has been back to Lambeau Field since he retired.
It's impressive.
But it is. I mean, to never come back once. But as you know, Doug, the history of Sterling Sharpe has been kind of difficult, right?
It's been fraught. There were perhaps some frosty memories of. He said that nobody called him from the Packers
After his surgery
when he came back. So
there was some criticism of him at the time as a guy that wasn't great with the media.
Well, he wasn't. I mean, there wasn't criticism. It was that was fact.
Everyone acknowledged his talent, superstar player, great player, tough player, great leader on the field, but not that guy. So I think back then that was an issue. If you weren't good with the media, that was.
But time heals all, right? I mean, so then surely we're going to see Sterling Sharpe back in Green Bay again, right?
I don't plan on coming back. That's not a personal attack on anything or anyone. It's just not how I'm built. My whole thing is, as I said before, I had my time. I was me when I was here. I had a great time being who I was. Do I envision me coming back? No.
Give him points for honesty, I guess.
100%. And I do also there was more because the explanation kind of continued on, right? Where he talked about South Carolina.
Like he lives 24 miles from the University of South Carolina, obviously, where he went.
Yeah, where he went to school.
Never been back.
And I think it's difficult for some people, especially all us sports fans that love football, to think you were so good. How would you not just want to go and bask in some of that glow, enjoy some of that? Everybody feels it differently. And I think he's been quite open about he doesn't feel like he got robbed of anything playing.
I got my 7 years.
He doesn't feel like he got cheated out of it. I think he's very, very happy and clean with the game of football. And there's a lot of guys that, dream of being that okay, being done playing football.
That's a great point.
That I know it's weird. I know it sounds kind of frosty. I think it's obviously clearly just him, but I actually look at it in a completely different lens of I see so many guys that can't let go of playing Division III football at Carroll, where again, you pay to play and have a great time. It was one of my favorite times in my life, but that shouldn't be the defining moment and period of your entire life.
Yeah.
And he's been so good at being able to put that part of his life behind him and enjoy it for what it was, that it's pretty impressive to be able to just say, I'm going to have that there. And that memory is going to remain what it was. It's a very, very different outlook than a lot of guys have on it.
That's a great point.
I'm pretty amazed by him being able to do that.
You know what? A lot of people have a tough time letting go of what they consider their greatest times. Those glory days for a lot of players, their glory days, their nostalgia, and it hurts to never go back to it. But so in that sense, you could probably say he's probably more well-adjusted in life about each stage of his life than a lot of guys are. If he's willing to accept it and move on and just say that was a part of my life. I don't yearn for it again, and I don't need it to be back again. Not like you said, Billy, so well there. Not everyone can relate to that because I think a lot of us love football. And a lot of obviously players love football and dream of doing the things you do. So you want to soak up that moment. I mean, I know I would.
Well, we love nostalgia.
Yeah, we love it. So, but that's not how he is, and it's not a personal attack against. I'm glad he like the way he said that. It's not personal against anybody. That's just not me. That's just not who I am.
And Doug said time heals all. Except for his eyes, I guess. I mean, geez, that was one of the opening lines from him when he says, I would like to see it. I can't see it, but when I see it, I'm sure it's great. Oh, he's a different cat. He's very different than his brother. I think his brother can't get enough of the camera and the spotlight, and it doesn't seem like I've heard from Sterling at all.
Yeah, he is. Geez, no kidding. Yeah, Sterling's just wired differently. He's always been wired differently. I think he said more words in that press conference
he ever said to anybody, right?
Than in the 7 years that he played for the Packers.
But was he a great player? If those of you that are too young, and I was young, obviously, go back and watch the old stuff. Man.
I think the surprising thing was how thick he was.
Big guy. He was a strong guy, and he was strong around the goal line.
Physical receiver. Like that's just not. I mean, not full on tight end playing wide receiver, but I mean, he was yoked, and not only because the pads were much bigger than back then. So everybody appeared much larger. No pause.
He was Brett's security blanket too in those early years. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Oh, there's no question. But Brett also became a better quarterback
when he had to learn to spread his wings a little bit.
Absolutely. And that's when the Packers really took off.
And I think you see a lot of young quarterbacks do that, right? Like even though Pat Mahomes, maybe his most dynamic and stat padded years are when Tyreek Hill is there. But once they traded Tyreek, you saw a different level of his development. And a lot of guys, you need that number one weapon when you're first learning how to play the position, I firmly believe. But once you go on, it probably is easier to be able to take a little bit of that off and just let it rip and always be comfortable and confident going to the guy that's most open. What stood out to you last night about the atmosphere, Dougie? Because it was a fun one last night.
It was a lot of fun last night. And listen, Matt LaFleur even said it right when he began his post-game remarks. He's not been very complimentary about the Milwaukee season ticket holder games, the gold season ticket holder package.
That's been a conversation, yeah.
It's been a conversation since long before he got here. It's been a conversation for 30 years. I mean, ever since the gold season ticket holder package system was created when the Packers left County Stadium to play all their games at Lambeau. This is the first time I've heard a coach, I think, compliment the Milwaukee season ticket holders.
Yeah, we were big fans of that as a gold packager. I was a big fan of that.
Can we finally put the gold versus the green stuff to rest now? All right, it's not the gold package.
Oh, that sounds great.
That's not the green package.
Yeah.
It's everybody together. We're all Packer fans, and we all come from
cute,
this
beautiful
towns and cities in this great state. We all come from everywhere.
To live in his mind sometimes.
Yeah.
We all
He
come
was
from
saying earlier, we
everywhere.
all just need to jump in all the time,
We're
and
not
no one
gold
ever jumps
fans.
out.
We're not
Why don't
green
they all
fans.
just enjoy a beer on a dock and just talk, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's
We're
all
not
Just
red
sing-
states. We're not blue states. We're the United States.
We're the United States.
We're going to sing
Absolutely.
Kumbaya.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we come from everywhere. All right. We come from Milwaukee and Green Bay and Neenah, Menasha, Menominee Falls,
Mauston,
and
Stoughton,
and Wapaka and Plover and
Wisconsin
Richland Center
Dells.
and Brookfield and Middleton and
Richland Center did
Onalaska.
not realize they were going to get a shout out.
And Keel and Horace.
Shout out to Brady Ewing, who was the
and
team captain
Osseo
last
and
week.
Sparta and Algoma and Valders. I'm trying to think of anything.
You're doing a hell of a job. Valders was standing up with
Can you
guns,
name more
Simon.
Wisconsin towns or more
and
Massachusetts
Adams
cities?
and yes, I can.
And Brookline.
That's
Oh, wait,
a
that's
great
there.
question.
Rome,
That's a great
lacrosse,
Wait, there is a
Ripon.
Brooklyn, Wisconsin.
Is there?
Yeah.
Where is
Somewhere.
it?
I think it's somewhere kind of in like South Central. I think, yeah, it's like a farm
close
town.
to
Luke,
here.
Luke Bryan
I-
goes there on his farm tour.
I have lived here
It's
most
cool.
of my life, and there are towns that I have never
Never
heard
heard
in
of.
Wisconsin.
That's what I love about this state. One of many things is there's always a new place to discover. There's like so many little towns.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's
Neilsville, Stand Up, Mineral Point.
there you go.
And,
Here's what I'm saying.
Good time.
And Thorpe. I think they make great cheese up there. That's
Okay.
where the world champion Gouda's from.
Hudson,
Listen,
shout out.
Oh.
listen.
Yeah.
I you know, part
Woodruff,
of me's
lacrosse.
like I was so excited to hear
West
him
Salem.
give. Yeah, let's go, Dave. To give flowers to the
All right,
gold
Dave,
package.
you're really going into the Cooley region here. We got to step
Enough
out of
that.
only
Yeah.
guys country.
You can't forget Berlin, Wisconsin,
No.
where Ripon Athletic produces the Green Bay Packers jerseys.
There
They
we
still
go.
do.
There you go.
They
Berlin
Shout out to
and New
Teresa.
Berlin.
Yeah. We got to think of
New
ourselves
Berlin.
as us and we, not gold package and green package and all these little battles. Because
That sounds so
I
sweet.
think it's fair now to say,
God bless
whatever
him.
you think
This is
about
adorable.
one or
Bless
the
his
other,
heart.
it's
Unbelievable.
I'm just saying it's all confirmation bias. You think something is different with green package and gold package, and it's not at this point. It's pretty obvious that there are people that sell their tickets in every package and people that don't, and everyone's loud, and some people go. None of this, oh, we're built differently than they go. I'm just tired of these divisions here.
Armin,
all
I
right?
am with you on this part of it. Every fan base and every single package does sell their tickets.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's true.
No, nobody's
There's a
immune.
reason why
Nobody's perfect.
Packers fans are able to go and take over NRG Stadium and why they're able to go and take over
Sure.
Nissan Stadium
Mhm.
because people everywhere sell tickets because it's kind of a business.
It is kind of a business. And remember, last week, Matt LaFleur was tweaked that there were too many Lions fans that were in the stands.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know that it was as bad as it was it last year when so all three division opponents had gold season ticket holders.
All gold
last year,
package
just the
ones,
way that
yep.
it fell. And yeah, the Honolulu Blue took over last
Mhm.
year, but Matt LaFleur is still kind of PO'd that in week one there was too much Honolulu Blue, and that's the green season ticket.
And that would be
holder
the green season ticket holders. And then there's also this part of it. We also don't know that there were less amount of people that sold their tickets. Just means more Packers fans ended up buying them.
Yeah.
So maybe more people selling tickets allows for a younger, hungrier, more excited, exuberant fan to be able to get in because they have not been able to go for a certain amount of time. And if it wasn't for people putting those tickets onto the secondary market and then there being a larger amount of secondary tickets available, that price kind of goes down, plummets. All of a sudden, fans that have been sitting at Stadium View all day long drinking beer saying,
all of a sudden,
now I can afford this and I'm going to go in there and be a lunatic and have a whole hell of a lot of fun responsibly. And that's seemingly what we got to see last night, which we like to have.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's good stuff. And yes, there is an Armenia, Wisconsin. My dad wanted me to remind everybody. It does exist in Juneau County. It does exist in Juneau County.
All right. Adam in Wausau said, okay, no more Mountain Dew for Armin.
No, we're going to make him switch to diet.
Shout out to the Shawamigan National Forest.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
He's fully Karuba coffeeed here today, and we are highly caffeinated, and we will continue.
Today. I was just fired up to get in there, get my coffee. I was high-fiving everybody in there. There were great
Shout out
vibes.
to the Apostle Islands.
There were great vibes amongst all Packer fans on this Friday. Because isn't this the best day you mentioned?
So you just started high-fiving random people at Quick Trip?
Well, they got their Packer jackets on and stuff
that's
like
fair.
that.
Yeah.
This is great now. You win the Thursday night game. You can watch all weekend. You said it, Billy. I want to give you the credit. You're right. You can watch all weekend knowing you got the best team in the block. Right now.
This weekend, you know what I'm doing? Nothing.
Yeah, you can sit on the couch, enjoy Red Zone, and just watch a bunch of teams that seemingly don't have as good of a defense as the Green Bay Packers. That's going to be a lot of fun.
My ass is going to be imprinted on my couch, and it is not moving for a couple of days after this week.
That's what I'm talking about.
There we go.
That's awesome. What I'm talking about. Enjoy that. And Dougie, we appreciate it. Are we going to talk to you at noon, or are you going to get up out of here and take it?
No, I'm with you.
All right, we'll talk to you in 45 minutes.
Sounds good.
There he is, Doug Russell Lomas, hanging out with us here on No BS. Coming up on the other side, we're going to go and talk to Matt Schneidman of The Athletic. He was in the locker room last night as well. He joins us on the other side. It's No BS with Billy and Sarian on the game.
5:30 p.m. rolls around. There's a little old joint outside of town. I only got time for a couple of beers and a jukebox song ringing in my ear. The next thing you know, the bartender's pouring, shots are flowing.
Sunday night, October 26th, the legend and his backup meet for the first time. And Zabe, Butch, and the Russ Darrow Automotive Group want you to watch the game with them in the Steel City. With thousands of vehicles available, now is the perfect time to trade in, trade up, and drive home in the car, truck, van, or SUV you've been dreaming about. Shop the entire inventory and lock in savings today at russdarrow.com. Get to thegameandstuff.com contests and sign up to win this epic road trip with the fellas.
Let's go.
Thegameandstuff.com/contests.
Brother man, you ever get the Sunday scaries?
Sunday scaries?
Yeah, you stay up half the night on Sunday because you're worried about the upcoming week.
I used to, but not anymore. Not now that I found Happy Place Hemp Delta 8 gummies. I take one about an hour before bedtime and I sleep like a baby. But I'm not the only one. One smart, good-looking listener texted us and said they started taking the gummies for their anxiety. Now they're more relaxed. They get a good night's sleep. No more tossing and turning.
And now listeners can go to happyplacehemp.com, use the promo code DrewKB, and get 25% off their order. Can't beat that with a stick.
Happyplacehemp.com, promo code DrewKB.
Hey, it's Armin, and I have to tell you, I could not be happier with our new 97.3 The Game broadcast studio built by Reamer Remodel. It's been a game changer, all thanks to the Reamer Remodel team. RIEMER Remodel.com.
Step into American Place Casino, where the excitement never ends. Located in Waukegan, Illinois, just a short drive from Milwaukee. Over 900 slot machines, your favorite table games, 4 restaurants, live entertainment, and now our brand new poker room. Plus, we're proud to be the friendliest casino around with service that sets us apart. Whether you're here to hit the jackpot, catch a game, or just have an unforgettable night out, American Place Casino has it all. American Place Casino. Closer than you think. Friendlier than you expect. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling, and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-426-2537.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine by getting your nose and throat working with our unique Advent approach that you won't find elsewhere.
AdventNose.com. Drew Olson here for Pep's Draft House Pizza, the official pizza of the Drew and KB Show. Whether you have people coming over for the game or simply want to enjoy a hearty, premium quality pizza at home, make your house a draft house. Try one paired with your favorite microbrew today.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
People can't stop screaming about Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza. And no wonder. There's plenty to scream about, like the buttery stone-fired crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mounds of whole milk mozzarella, and tons of premium toppings. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's frozen aisle and find out for yourself why Sport called Screamin' Sicilian Holy Pepperoni Frozen Pizza the best of the best. Screamin' Sicilian. Taste what all the screaming is about.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
iHeartRadio is the easy-to-use app for music and radio. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
We call it Wagertainment.
All right, place your bets. Place your bets.
VSiN every night at 6. Presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet above the rest on Fox Sports 920. Make 97.3 The Game your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app. Powered by Gruber Law.
One call, that's all.
Injured?
Remember, one call, that's all.
Feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in. Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens?
This hour in OBS brought to you by Happy Place Hemp and HappyPlaceHemp.com. Everybody relax. Delta 8, Delta 9 gummies here for your needs and wants this weekend. Make watching some sports on the couch even better, or some CBN CBD gummies, some muscle creams. If you have some aches and pains that you need to have subsided, Delta 8, Delta 9 gummies, and all the products they have at Happy Place Hemp can help you out with that. And you get 25% off using promo code Billy at checkout every time. HappyPlaceHemp.com. Packers win last night 27-18, 2-0 for the first time since 2020. And as he wrote at The Athletic today, got an opportunity to witness Tucker Kraft and Keyshawn Nixon going back and forth throughout the locker room. But it's also fun when you get somebody Micah Parsons and Tucker Kraft going back and forth. They all run together. Matt Schneidman had the elite article on Keyshawn Nixon taking over cornerback 1. Matt, all the good vibes just run together at this point because it feels like there's no bad feelings even after you have 10 penalties and a win last night in a 2-score game on prime time.
Yeah, it really felt that game wasn't as close as the score indicated, right? I mean, at halftime, I think the Packers were 8.1 yards per play to the Commanders' 3.3. They had 9 more first downs, 192 more net yards on offense, and they were only up, 14-3, and then the Commanders cut it to 7 early in the fourth quarter. So that's a coach's dream, Aaron Rodgers once said, is to win and still have plenty to fix throughout the week. And Packers will have the mini bye to do that. They have some stuff to clean up. They left a couple plays out there on offense. I mean, Jordan Love missed Matthew Golden on, I don't know, a combined 130 yards of potential touchdowns last night.
Oh my gosh.
But they still won, and they still look like, at least early in the season, one of the better teams in the NFL. So the defense has been playing fantastic. Special teams was bad last night. Offense was hit or miss. I think that's the exact word that LaFleur used. Kind of the same in week 1 when they hit that rut in the middle of the game. They're playing decent complementary football, but man, if they get this figured out on the offensive side of the ball while the defense is playing like this, watch out.
Well, it sure feels like, it's great if we're talking about these type of problems, because we're talking about, like you said, a potentially great outcome if they can. There was meat on the bone last night. Hit or miss is a good way to look at it, because on one hand, the offense put together some really great long sustained drives because they were behind, the field position all night. And on the other hand, like you said, missing big plays. But it sure seems like Matt LaFleur is extremely committed to it. At any time he can, go for a big shot play, explosives. 4th downs, first downs. Doesn't matter when. If there's a one-on-one, if we think we can get deep, we're going for it.
Yeah, and Josh Jacobs was asked last night about that, and when it's 4th and 3, going for the shot or whatever it was, and Jacobs said he likes it. Now maybe that's just him not wanting to publicly disagree with his coach and say, give me the ball, but you got to respect it at least, right? Maybe it's not the best decision or the smartest decision all the time, but when that shot play hits, you're like, oh, that's genius. So those 2 plays to Golden I mentioned, because look, on 4th and 3, you say, why not just run it? Or why not just go for a quick completion? Well, if he hits Matthew Golden and doesn't throw it behind him and give the DB time to cut over and catch up and break that up, then you're thinking it's the greatest play call ever. Or if Love hits Golden on what should have been a 92-yard touchdown, you think it's the greatest play call ever. And that's the thing with Jordan Love. Sometimes he's going to be too aggressive and put the ball in harm's way or miss a throw. But it's that aggressiveness and that willingness to push the envelope that allows him to make equally as many great plays. I mean, the throw to Jaden Reed that didn't count for a touchdown, the one Reed got hurt on, is an unbelievable throw. The throw to Malik Heath on the left sideline as he's getting drilled is a ridiculous throw. So there are just as many of those throws that Love makes as ones that he doesn't.
Yeah, and Matt, that's the funny part. A couple of his best throws, I think, this year, you mentioned the Reed one. That's one of the best ones that we've seen him have maybe in his career. Like that is an absolute dot and doesn't end up counting because the Anthony Belton, at least my boy didn't get cheated on that one. Like that was a legit hold. And Matt, if we're going to get called for holding, we might as well make it count. Might as well choke the guy out a little bit. There's times where you are going to try to risk it, and there's times that you're going to just be who you are. Mel Kiper's got to love Jordan Love. Talk about pushing the ball down the field.
He's basically saving the league from
He's saving the league
Yeah.
that Mel Kiper loves so much.
Yeah.
But every single attempt, it does feel like he is playing the way that I think Dan Orlovsky talked about it right when they get Parsons. You have one of, if not the most aggressive defenders and aggressive defenses. Play more aggressive on offense, because I think last night might be the rarity of games where you don't turn an opponent over with the kind of defense they have right now.
Yeah, and I'm not sure the Packers offense is ever going to consciously think like that. Like, oh, we can take more shots or we can make ourselves more prone to mistakes because, we have a defense that can stop them. I mean, Josh Jacobs said it last night. He said, we know that we may have a little bit longer of a leash because our defense can bail us out, but it's not like we're trying to go out there and make these mistakes or leave this meat on the bone. But he said, if we do, pretty much, I'm paraphrasing here, he said, we know the defense got us. So I'm not sure it seeps into the inner conscience of Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love in the middle of a play when there's a tight window and he's like, oh yeah, let's force this one in here because our defense can get us. No, they're still trying to make plays, but it's a benefit of if those plays don't happen for the Packers that they have a defense that can bail them out. And that's the beauty of complementary football. Micah Parsons said it last night. He said, teams like us, basically, We don't need a quarterback like in the Bills-Ravens game to go out and play a perfect game to win. Defense wins championships, and it seems that's how the Packers are built, at least early on this season.
Matt, when you look at the Jaden Reed injury and Christian Watson still unavailable, you're going to dig into your depth a little bit at wide receiver, and Malik Heath, hell of a snag in his one catch last night. And Dontavian Wicks, we just heard from him on the program. Billy and Drew spoke to him last night. Looking good so far this season. This is a group that you still believe they can execute with at the level they're looking to, minus Watson, minus Reed at this moment.
They're going to need to, and you can't call him drop Tavion Wicks anymore because his hands have been very good through the first 2 games. I know some fans were calling him that last year, and maybe rightfully so. This is where that depth matters. You think, why are we drafting 2 wide receivers? And why do we need all these guys? Well, this is why, because injuries happen, and Christian Watson's going to be out another couple weeks. Reed is going to be out a while. So solid, but Golden's going to need to, get the ball more. I think he only has 1 catch through his first 2 career games, and it's not for a lack of getting open. I mean, he's getting open. Him and Love just have to connect on some, as I've said. So, Malik Heath is probably going to have to play a better role, but just as much as those guys, who cares if you don't have a true number 1 wide receiver when you have a guy like Tucker Kraft? He is literally like a wide receiver. That's what Xavier McKinney said last night. He can do all that stuff downfield, and he counts just as much in the how are they going to make up for the loss of Watson and now Reed department as any wide receiver does, in my mind.
Matt Schneidman hanging out with us here after the Packers 27-18 victory. You mentioned Kraft. I thought last year when Jacobs got rolling, and now it's 10 consecutive games with a rushing touchdown. That's a crazy franchise record for Josh Jacobs. But when he got rolling, similarly to Aaron Jones in the 2023 season, you could feel the sideline really rolling. Kraft seems to be that offensive player now that maybe there's a reason why he's got the C on his chest, but when he makes a play, like when he tosses Buddy off of the field yesterday, when he tries to take him down onto the right sideline, Matt, that whole sideline pops up, and that's a different type of mentality. He seems to be the perfect kind of player you're looking for when you're trying to flip the distinct look of your football team and feel from more of a finesse team to a physical punishing outfit.
Yeah, it might have been early in the 23 season, but certainly that last game of the 2022 season against the Lions when they missed the playoffs in a win and in scenario. And then I think that the ensuing might have been a week 4 game in 23 where the Lions came in here and bullied them, where it was like, okay, football players aren't soft per se, but the identity of this Packers team is they kind of get bullied around by the Detroit Lions. And, Tucker Kraft and Josh Jacobs are just 2 of the players who have helped shift that identity to one that can play bully ball if they need to. There is some glitz and glam to this Packers team still, but, that sequence where Kraft throws aside, I believe it was Will Harris, and then Jacobs pounds 2 runs right through people for a touchdown. That's not really the identity, the style the Packers have built in recent years, but I think it's fair to say you can define them based on that toughness, that grit right now. And any team that dominates in the trenches is known for that. And the Packers haven't always been that team under Matt LaFleur right now. And the running game hasn't been phenomenal, as good as it was last year through the first 2 games, but it can get to that. Josh Jacobs said this week, it normally takes a couple weeks for the running game to get in sync, to really get the offensive linemen firing off the ball. And the Packers have dominated the trenches. So this is a team that can be built in the trenches and can be known as being a tough team, which hasn't always been the case.
All right, so we were trying to figure out best start since when for the Packers. It's first 2-0 since 2020. That was just such a different feel. Like they had 2 surefire Hall of Famers, 3 borderline. David was playing as a Hall of Famer at that moment on offense, and they put up 40 in each of their first 2 games. But they also had a week 5 bye. They go 4-0 into the bye and then kind of stumbled out. Matt, I'm interested to see hear what your thought is. I think now the next great hurdle for this team, people say handling success. They are going to lose a game, right? I do believe they are going to lose a game.
Yes.
How they handle somewhat a failure, because right now it's going to be a national glazing for the next 3 days before they actually play games coming up on Sunday, that I think they've now read some of the press clippings, but if stuff does go wrong, we've talked about the adversity with some of the injuries. Feels like that's going to be one of the best tests for Matt LaFleur to say, yeah, everyone thinks you guys are really good. But once you get kicked down to reality, how are we able to kick it back into gear, so to speak?
Yeah, but I think you can even look at how they responded to last season and say they've already responded to that adversity. Jacobs talked about it last night. The story of last season was being close to these elite teams, but not being able to get over the hump. And the Lions, they lost to twice, once by 10 points. That game wasn't particularly close. And then once by 3. They lost to the Vikings twice by 2. They were competitive with the Eagles. I mean, this year, to start off this season, they have beat 2 of the better teams in the NFC, at least on paper. So I wouldn't say we're still waiting to see how they respond to adversity this season. I think they've already responded to adversity. This iteration of the Packers is pretty similar to the team they trotted out last year. Obviously, Micah Parsons is a big difference, but I think there's something to be taken from the fact that they've already showed this season that they're not the team that's just going to lay over for these elite teams. And sure, they're probably going to hit bumps in the road. I certainly don't think it's going to be against Cleveland. I would be surprised if they lose to Dallas. And then after that is the Bengals and the Cardinals and the Steelers. So, Jesus.
You all good?
Drilled my window. I thought that was a gun.
Is it the largest bird of all time trying to break into your home?
Good heavens.
Are you getting egged again by the Commander's Press beat? Is that what's going on? Or is your house getting egged?
Did you see a bald head running away?
No. Yeah. Matt's house is not getting egged. He gave out full-size candy bars at trick-or-treat.
All right, let me get back to my point. Everyone stay focused.
Please.
But I think, if they do hit adversity, they've already proven that this year's team can kind of rewrite the narrative on what they've been known as. So, again, I don't think they lose to the Browns. I don't think they lose to the Cowboys. I think they're staring down a 4-0 start to the season, and then who knows how far they can go.
Well, that's going to add even more intrigue to the embrace the dream instead of run from the nightmares, Armin.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I got to ask this because I've been going through it in my head, and I don't really know how to look at it because you'll never know. But Lucas Van Ness, Devontae Wyatt, Quay, all these guys in the defense, it sure seems like the arrival of Micah Parsons has truly lifted the tide of all the boats here. But maybe they would have been playing better anyway if he never came. We never really know. But it just seems like he literally has had a singular impact on everyone in this defense. Is it that obvious to say? Is correlation equal causation that much? Or is it possible some of these guys were ready to improve even if Micah never arrived in the last 2 weeks? And will we ever know that? Where do you come down on that?
Who cares if we ever know that? Micah Parsons is here. Why are you concerning yourself with what might have been if he wasn't? I mean, sure, they could have improved, and they certainly looked like they were on track to do that in camp, specifically Van Ness. But, Parsons is here, and he's eating up triple teams and double teams and causing pressures while drawing holds and opening up one-on-ones for other people. And it goes the other way too. Like there's scheming ways to get him in one-on-ones as well. Like there was a stunt that he ran with Carl Brooks last night where Brooks eats up a double team and Micah's left one-on-one. He draws a hold, pressures Jaden Daniels into a short completion, and it leads to a 3rd and 17. So yeah, I think a huge part of Micah being here is opening up more opportunities for Gary, Van Ness, Enagbari, and the D tackles. And Devontae Wyatt was good last night again. But, I don't mean to rain on your thought.
Oh, it's okay.
I don't think it matters what might have been because they don't have. That's not like reality.
It's just it doesn't really matter. But it's a curious study on do you think they're all feeling so much more confident having a big bully on their block?
Yeah,
is this you trying to ask the Fonz question again?
I didn't bring up Fonzie. Okay, I was not.
You still have to win your one-on-ones at the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
Them. And Keyshawn Nixon was asked last night about this defense looking like it has more swagger. And he gave a very succinct, short answer. He said, yeah, we have Micah Parsons. Mm-hmm. Like he has elevated the room on and off the field. And like I said, it's fine if you get more one-on-ones, but you still got to win them. And these guys are winning them.
Absolutely.
Matt, when you consider what might be Achilles' heel essentially for this Packers group right now, because we're all riding high, we're all feeling great about what we've seen through 2 weeks because it's been dominant. The special teams, it seems like year in, year out, it just doesn't doesn't improve, doesn't feel like it's going to become elite at any point. Is that your concern, that they could just miss on the margins, a missed kick, poor punt coverage, penalties there? Is that where they could fall short?
In closer games, yeah. I mean, in closer games, that big return by Deebo Samuel, or a missed field goal, or the mistake to field that punt inside his own whatever yard line by Matthew Golden. In close games, those could come back to bite you. The Packers have been fortunate enough to not be in close games these first 2 weeks, so those margins don't matter as much. But they certainly have to get that stuff cleaned up. The penalties on special teams, the bad mistakes, it just can't happen, because not every game is going to be a 2-score game in the fourth quarter where the other team just scores a touchdown in garbage time to make it close, which has been the case the first 2 weeks. I would say probably the biggest concern is not special teams. It's just health and injuries. The Packers are down 2 of their top 4 receivers. They're currently down 2 starting offensive linemen. We don't know kind of the return timetables for those guys. So that's a GM's job, is to build depth. And it's really going to be tested here these next couple weeks.
And out there, 2 highest paid offensive linemen. Now, Jordan Morgan, Matt LaFleur said last night, he's basically a starter. They get de facto starter. I'm going to put him in there, and I'm not going to worry about it. The right tackle one, Spoon reporting earlier on today that it's an oblique issue for Zach Tom. Seems like it's a decently serious oblique injury. What did you see from the Belton-Kennard combination? Were you surprised that it then became Belton in the second half going forward? What did you make of that dynamic, and then Belton basically taking over for the second half?
Yeah, I'm about halfway through the tape, and I'll be honest, I'm focusing on the defense, since that's what I'm writing about for tomorrow morning, since I wrote Tucker Kraft last night. So I haven't focused specifically on Anthony Belton, but I was a little surprised they went with the rotation, because Kennard was obviously the first one in for Zach Tom. He's the veteran, even though he didn't play much with the Eagles or Chiefs. But I think Belton, we saw in preseason, he has the physical skills to be a really good tackle in this league. It's kind of the mental stuff. It was all the penalties in the Colts game. And the hold was more of a physical penalty last night, obviously. But you can see the physical skills he has. And clearly, if the Packers went with him, it wasn't because of like a predetermined, meaning went with him for an extended period of time. I don't think that was because of a predetermined plan. It was more so something they saw. So it was interesting that with 3 days to practice, they put him in there first instead of Kennard, who they put in on short notice in the middle of the game. So, my read on that was they trust Belton's like overall skill more, probably, with a couple days of preparation, but they just wanted to put the veteran in on short notice, thrown into the fire in a game, so it wasn't all moving fast at once for him. But I'll be interested to see if they still kind of use this rotation going forward if Tom is out for an extended period of time. It seems they're not opposed to that, obviously, because they've done it in the first 2 games at various positions. So I know I've been asked, and I think Doug Russell asked me a couple times about who could be an instant impact rookie beyond Matthew Golden. And I said, well, there's not really a direct line for any of them to contribute significantly. It's week 2, and that's already changed.
Yeah, my man Anthony Bell. At least we didn't get cheated. That was
there you go.
I don't really think there's a whole lot of holding that goes on, the ones that need to be called, Matt. But at least if it's going to get called, let's make it a good one. That was a good one by Anthony Bell. At least he didn't get cheated on it.
Well, let's start calling some holds on some of these linemen that are holding Parsons and Gary every play. I was a little upset.
He finally got one. He got
Sound
one.
like a Cowboys fan now.
Yeah, and maybe that's fine, because maybe they had a point. I just hope there's somebody up there in 1265 cutting up all those videos and sending it to the league tonight. I'm sure they do that, and I know they're going to be doing that.
They're doing it. They're doing it. Matt, what's the schedule for you this week with the taping Tundra Pod? When can we expect that? And what's the availability schedule for you guys this weekend?
0 availability Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So weekend off. Next taping of the pod will be Sunday evening, so that'll be out Monday morning. But nice little weekend off before they fly to Cleveland next week, and one of the 3 NFL stadiums I've never been to. So,
Well, glad you can check it off that list before they go and build a Kmart-looking stadium somewhere out in the suburbs. We appreciate it, man. Enjoy the weekend off. We'll be talking next week.
Thanks, fellas.
That is Matt Schneidman of The Athletic and the Tundra Pod with our friend John Coon.
I like that. Yeah.
Kuhn had some sweet green Bose headphones on last night.
I think he got some new ones. I think he might have. Yeah, I was going to ask him about that. Yeah,
looking sweet down there for a winter warning. It was an electric atmosphere last night. A celebratory Packers victory, and like Armin said, maybe we need a video intern to start cutting up some.
I'm sure they are.
Micah Parsons getting held and yanked and pulled down by either.
Someone's got to litigate.
Connerly.
Yeah.
There was quite a few of those last night.
Yeah, there could be big plays down the road. Maybe not last night, but those could be
got big
important.
plays coming.
Yeah.
They got big plays coming. That is Armin. Sorry. No pause. Dave Gasper's over there. Nick Brusewitz here as well. I'm Billy Schmidt. It's No BS on the Game.
It's always been inside of you, and now it's time to let it through.
Zabe and the championship vacation team hit the road to the newly opened adults-only, all-inclusive Hyatt Vivid Grand Island Resort Cancun in February of 2026. It's Sunburn Bowl 7. Indulge in 11 gourmet restaurants and 6 bars, sunsets from the rooftop pool, live broadcasts, nightly entertainment, and more. It's Sunburn Bowl 7.
I've waited for this. I'm so excited.
Call Travel Leaders Discovery today at 833-TL-TRIPS or go to thegameandstuff.com for more information.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Go, Pack, go! Cheer on the Packers as they take on the Cleveland Browns next Sunday, September 21st, 12 noon kickoff. Grab your friends and head to the Garage in Milwaukee, Nashville, Northern Milwaukee, the Social House in Menominee Falls, or Sport Club in Milwaukee for Miller Lite specials and promotions during all Packers games. Miller Lite. Tastes great, less filling. It's Miller time.
Go, Pack, go!
Big savings are happening right now at Russ Darrow. Hi, it's Zabe here for the Russ Darrow Automotive Group. They're making room for brand new 2026 models, which means huge sales on every 2025 in stock. Whether you're shopping for a stylish Kia, a rugged Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, or sporty Mazda, dependable Nissan, trusted Honda, versatile Mitsubishi, or the legend Toyota, we've got incredible deals waiting for you. With thousands of vehicles available, now is the perfect time to trade in, trade up, and drive home in the new car, truck, van, or SUV you've been dreaming about. But hurry, when the 2025s are gone, they're gone for good. Shop the entire inventory and lock in your savings today at russdarrow.com. Big savings are happening right now at Russ Darrow. Discover the Darrow difference today.
Nagging pain in your back, hip, shoulder, or anywhere in between? You've stretched, iced, rested, and it's still there. It's time for something that actually works. At Game Day Men's Health, they offer EPAT therapy, a non-invasive, FDA-approved treatment that uses pressure waves to trigger healing at the source. No pills, no needles, no downtime. Just targeted in-office therapy that breaks down scar tissue, boosts blood flow, and speeds up recovery. Drew Olson from 97 through the game. I tried EPAT for the first time for pain in my elbow, and honestly, it made a difference fast. No recovery time. I was back doing what I love. Well, I don't really love working out, but I was back doing it pain-free thanks to the EPAT therapy at Game Day Men's Health. EPAT is proven to treat pain in the neck, back, heel, elbow, hip, shoulder, ankle, you name it. No risk of infection, no side effects, and most guys see improvement in just a few sessions. Book your free consultation at GameDayMen'sHealth.com and get up to 33% off your treatment if you sign up in the month of August. With 5 area locations for Game Day Men's Health, you can heal smarter, move better, and feel stronger.
Chased from behind by Parsons.
Yes!
And a sack. Micah Parsons registers the sack back at the 31-yard line. And the Parsons project is underway.
Hey, let's keep hitting them, man. Packers Friday is sponsored by Cousins Subs, your one-stop shop for all your football parties. With customizable 12 or 20-piece party boxes, 7.5-inch subs, sides, and shakes. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
Hey, it's Brian Butch for Window Nation. Right now, this month, get 50% off all window styles, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. That's right. You can pay nothing until 2027. Here's the thing. You want to go to the hottest baseball team, the best baseball team in all of America? You can get 2 pair of tickets to an upcoming Milwaukee Brewers game when you replace all the windows in your home. So give them a call at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
The Fox 6 weather experts are presented by AdventKnows.com.
Another foggy start to our day. Dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. Dry with extra care and caution today. Partly sunny, high near 80 inland, 70s lakeside this afternoon. Showers arriving overnight. I'm Fox 6 Chief Meteorologist Rob Haswell.
This report is sponsored by First Choice Heating and Cooling. Don't be that family with no heat Christmas morning. First Choice preseason tune-up includes full safety check and combustion analysis. $89 off in September. Call First Choice Heating and Cooling today.
Drew and KB, now from 2 to 6 p.m.
This is a big story.
On Milwaukee's most listened to sports station, 97.3 The Game.
Welcome back. It's No BS on The Game. Billy and Sarian with you. Nick Brusewitz is here. Dave Gasper produces the program as always. 877-794-1973 is the NickLayLaw.com talking text line, and it is buzzing, having a ton of fun. Naming off different Wisconsin city names, which was always a good time.
I guess I started that. I don't know. Yeah.
You definitely did. But I'm glad you did, because it is something that you need on a Friday to just continue to push you across the finish line going into a phenomenal weekend. Badgers against the Alabama Crimson Tide coming up tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Michael and Appleton sent us in some Victory Chicken Monday, or Victory Chicken on a Friday, generally on a Monday, but you can eat it at any time. And when the Packers are playing this way, you're going to celebrate as such. But earlier today, wanted to, before we flip into hour number 3 and 4, we'll flip it over to the noon hour. We on this radio station, and if you do this job correctly and to the best possible levels, you generate an emotional attachment to the listener. And one individual on our station family, Brian Butch and his family, are about to embark on a journey that no family, frankly, should have to go upon. It is one in which I know Brian talked about earlier today, 7:30-ish. If you want to go back and listen to the podcast, I'd urge you to do so, especially as a parent, but bring tissues, because you think about all of how much we love our children. Blake Butch is going to go in for a brain surgery coming up here on Monday, and our thoughts and prayers and our whole hearts are going to be with the Butch family.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's only so much that you can say to it, Armin. However, Brian lives his life with us on the radio.
Yeah.
And Butchie is one of the most genuine, authentic human beings I've ever gotten the pleasure of meeting. And man, it's terrible that this has been brought upon them. Man, that family is so strong, so resilient, and yes. Blake is a bruiser. And I, for one, know that you've got a lot of attachment to it. We're just sending a lot of thoughts and prayers.
Absolutely. Couldn't echo my thoughts more. You know, this is Billy, something they've been going through for a couple of years. This is another procedure he's going to have. And we're obviously praying for them, thinking about them. I know a lot of listeners are too. We've gotten messages. So,
and anything we get, we are going to pass along to them.
Yes.
And once again, go and listen to Brian talk about it. You will not be disappointed. And we love you, Brian. And we love you, Blake Butch. We love you, all the listeners here on No BS. We're back after this on The Game.
It's a powerful run to the house. Nelson under duress, and it's a safety.
Join us Saturday. Wisconsin travels to Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama.
Badger Game Day is live at 7 a.m. Kickoff at 11 on Milwaukee's most listened to sports station and the home of your Wisconsin Badgers. 97.3 The Game.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
It's time for the pro to get everything for the job delivered. Large orders of lumber, doors, windows, paint, plumbing, anything the job needs, all from one partner. Get it today with same-day delivery. Get it tomorrow with next-day delivery on 50,000 plus products. Or get it on your timeline with scheduled delivery on everything from framing to flooring. It's time to get your whole job, all your jobs delivered. Ask about all our new delivery options at the Pro Desk. The Home Depot Pro, it's about time.
Thielman Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is celebrating 96 incredible years of trusted service. Right now, get a $96 furnace tune-up, a deal as solid as our reputation. From top-tier equipment to expert installation, Thielman delivers comfort you can count on, backed by nearly a century of experience. But hurry, this limited-time offer won't last long. Visit ThielmanHeating.com to schedule your $96 tune-up today. That's ThielmanHeating.com. Comfort you can trust for 96 years and counting.
Why Z-Bart? Because cars, trucks, and SUVs still rust. Just look around the parking lot. See those lower panels with the rust spots? How about right above the rear tire? And don't get me started on the bottom of the doors. It doesn't have to happen, people. Rust-proof your vehicle. Z-Bart's rust protection comes with a 10-year warranty that covers all the areas just mentioned and more. Call the company with over 50 years experience in rust proofing. Call Z-Bart.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide, because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Go, Pack, go! Cheer on the Packers as they take on the Cleveland Browns next Sunday, September 21st, 12 noon kickoff. Grab your friends and head to the Garage in Milwaukee, Nashville North in Milwaukee, the Social House in Menominee Falls, or Sport Club in Milwaukee for Miller Lite specials and promotions during all Packers games. Miller Lite. Tastes great, less filling. It's Miller time.
Go, Pack, go!
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-887-1010. That's 800-887-1010. 800-887-1010.
Your home for Zabin Butch in the morning.
That's my name.
Heard live from Milwaukee and on the iHeart app by fans everywhere. This is WRNW-FM Milwaukee, 97.3 The Game.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Make 97.3 The Game your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app. Powered by Gruber Law.
One call, that's all.
Injured?
Remember, one call, that's all.
Drop it. He's very knowledgeable, very intelligent guy, very personable guy.
Here's Doug Russell.
You know what, boys? If you're going to start a season fast, it helps to start a game fast.
Love takes, looks, throws slant right side. Touchdown, Romeo Doubs! Got the slant on Mike Sainristil, still the second-year cornerback, and the Packers on the board first, leading 6-0.
Just something about Rome. He just smells the end zone.
Yeah, he really does. Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? I'm in the bleeping end zone, I believe is how our friend Aaron Nagler said it last year.
I
Very
think that's how Shakespeare actually wrote it, wasn't it?
That was his plan. Yeah, that was how he wrote it, and then a couple
First
of rewrites, editors, I guess.
That's there's another bill for you, Bill Shakespeare.
I love that one. Another
Oh,
bill.
good one. I
Yeah,
like that.
another bill.
Yes. There's time, though, for certain players. The number one wide receiver deal. You need somebody that when it's either third down or you're into the red zone, you know the football is going to, and you just can't stop it.
Mm-hmm.
That is kind of Romeo Doubs and a little bit of Tucker Kraft.
A little bit.
So if you got a pair of those guys, that might be even better than just one singular Jamar Chase.
Yeah, let's talk about Tucker for a second.
Still
By the
like
way,
Jamar Chase.
the Packers, yeah, he's pretty good. This just in. 27-18. Hit the breaking news sounder for that. Jamar Chase is good. 27-18, the Packers moved to 2-0. They beat the Commanders, a team that famously was in the NFC Championship game a year ago.
Yeah, they were.
So it was Tucker Kraft. 8 catches, 124 yards, and a score. It was his first career 100-yard receiving game.
Well, hopefully I can keep stacking games like that. But it's the first time I've ever gotten over 100 yards, including in college. So, I'm feeling it now. You just get tackled that many more times. But, I'm excited, but it's over.
Remember when he was drafted? Oh, he's going to be more of a blocking kind of tight end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was going to be the inline tight end while Luke Musgrave was the Ferrari that ran around and made all the plays and had the 57 yards seam catching catch and run. Oh, wait, that was Tucker Kraft as well. His unique ascent to one of the better tight ends in football, maybe more than anything, the best part of it is, did he kind of break the third round?
I think he did. I was just going to say that because Goody has been a very good drafter, except for that Amari Rodgers round. Let's see, who else was the third round draft choice?
Jay Sternberger.
Jay Sternberger was another one. Oren Burks was a third rounder.
Somebody did it with all of the third round picks to that turnaround Bright Eyes viral video, and then all of a sudden Tucker Kraft walks.
Josiah DeGuara, remember that?
That's the one.
Josiah
That's-
DeGuara.
I think Joe DeGuara is a good one. Orton's still playing.
He's still playing. He wasn't very good for the Packers.
No, but
He's a special teams guy. Granted, even though he made a great play on special teams against you.
And
last
Sean
year.
Ryan has started to turn out a little bit.
Yeah, he had a rough start to his career.
Well, it's been a
Mhm.
slow start
Yeah.
from Marshawn Lloyd, right? It's still
Oh,
been
he found his
challenging.
way into that video too.
But see, that's
Adams.
Not, that's not Montrevious is fair.
There's one.
I don't think Marshawn Lloyd's fair.
Well,
yet.
he's
But-
got Mark. Listen, I'm going to always stand up for my USC Trojans wherever I can. That having been said, Marshawn's got to stay healthy.
That's a tough
Of
start.
course. You know, but Luke's now. I think it was so important for Luke Musgrave to have 2 big catches last night.
I agree.
And
We
he's-
like that,
And,
yes.
he had those. And I think he needed those badly.
He was hurt most of last year, so now you can run some different types of tight end sets. And
after the
we
week
saw
one-
2 tight ends at times last night.
After the week 1 snap count, Fitzpatrick was getting in there. We were starting to wonder about Luke Musgrave's.
Well,
impact.
Fitzpatrick keeps holding.
Yeah, I was
You'll
going to
see a lot
say
more
that didn't help him.
Musgrave in there. Yep.
Keep your hands down, and keep the yellow hankies off the field.
Type of league it
Thanks
is.
very much.
Come on, I mean that was a bad call.
They called holding on us. Don't worry.
Oh no, they did.
They
yeah.
called holding on Washington offensive line. Once George Karl was asked what made Philly's defense so good in the 2001 Eastern Conference Finals, and he said their uncanny ability to foul and not get called for it.
That is a pretty
And
impressive.
I thought
ability.
that's
Right.
what was made Washington's offensive line so good last night.
They said the same thing about the Thunder this year too, down the stretch that they would play with
Yeah.
incredible
Listen,
physicality and foul every time.
I know it sounds like sour grapes to just complain about refs, but last night I felt a certain type of way when I kept seeing our edges get it penalized.
What are you going to do about it?
Complain on Twitter and complain on this microphone.
This
That's
is
what
not going to be a time that we're going to say anything about what we're going to do about anything. We're going to go in here. We're going to listen to more of Doug Russell's phenomenal updates, right?
I appreciate you. Let's see. They got home 4 times last night on Jaden Daniels, which was nice to see.
That was good.
Huge.
They blitzed him a lot, too,
really
for a
good.
running quarterback. That's not necessarily Hafley's MO.
Rashawn Gary had one. Devontae Wyatt had one. Micah Parsons and Edgerrin Cooper combined on one. And then Barron Sorrell got in there.
Let's go, Barron. I love
half
seeing
a
that.
sack along with Carl Brooks on the other one.
All of a sudden, Drew said, "Oh, Barron Sorrell's out there." I'm like, wait a second, what? Oh my God, he is!
Yeah.
Like that was one where you don't anticipate seeing a 4th round draft choice on the field in the red zone, but
there he was.
There he is, especially when Parsons can be celebrating on the sidelines. Might as well enjoy those reps now. Let's enjoy those reps now because I don't imagine Micah Parsons can be coming off the field too many times when the team's inside the red zone.
Probably not, but I do think that Barron Sorrell has a nice future ahead of him.
Nice future. He also is, again, a guy like when we were doing the draft show, Doug, I take this into account. Not one player from Texas had a bad thing to say about him.
No, and conversely, everyone has nothing but glowing things to say about every aspect of his life.
Yes. And like it was when they would talk to anybody from Texas, you can bring one Longhorn player with you to our team. Who is it? And every single one of them said Barron Sorrell. Those are good things, good traits. And with Brenton Cox going on IR, maybe some more opportunities coming up.
Hope so. I'm a huge fan of Barron Sorrell and an instant fan favorite. You saw how he reacted when they brought him over for the news conference when he's crying, just thanking his family.
It was still the funniest thing I've seen, Doug, when I walked into Ray Nitschke Field for the first time this year at training camp practice. I always like to see what's the first jersey I see. A 10, then there was an 8,
okay,
and then there was a 99.
There you go.
So they were ready. That guy definitely got a high five from Sorrell on day 3 of the draft and said, "I'm going right into the pro shop. Give me that 99. Give me it in white because it looks really good." And I heard they're doing that winter warning, and I already want to be able to know that I'm prepped. And there he was.
You got the white jerseys. That's good for training camp though too, because it reflects off the sun and
it does.
not as hot as the greens.
They were selling a lot of those white jerseys last night. Although I did hear there was not everybody was available at the Packer Pro Shop.
I was gonna ask
I
where
heard
the
some people were
options.
going to Dick's down the road and getting like Micah Parsons jerseys. Then there was a guy that was standing right outside of Kroll's.
Sure, okay.
My man was doing good business of the jerseys that he cooks up in his basement.
Man, the amount of stories that you can start with.
Let me guess, they were not licensed by the National Football League.
No, but from what I saw, I did walk over there. All the names were spelled correctly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I like
that's
that.
a good first hurdle to clear.
Okay.
Hey, sometimes you can get the best stuff from the guy outside of Kroll's. You know what I mean? That's
True.
just the amount of stories you can start with that one.
And most Packers fans understood the whiteout assignment, and
they did really well.
Micah
I
Parsons, one of the first things he said is he loved the whiteout. It's not as good as it is at Penn State. He's not factually incorrect.
Not factually incorrect. They also have like 30,000 more people in there.
True.
That's a great point. It's like 100,000. Yeah, it's a
But
huge.
I don't know. Listen, if you're at Happy Valley and you walk into Beaver Stadium and you're not wearing white on a designated whiteout game, I think they send you home.
Yeah, that's funny because
you need change. Here's a new shirt. Like you must buy this.
Right, like the triple XL white T-shirt, you can get it at Shopko. I don't know where you'd get it now, but it's funny because I was told it doesn't matter.
Shopko.
I was told it has no impact on the game, no outcome on the game, and you're a sheep if you wear what they tell you to wear. That's the stuff I was told. That's pretty weird because all these players and coaches talk about how great it is.
Were you wearing white in here last night?
Well, no. Well, I was wearing a white Iron Jack T-shirt underneath my quarter zip. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't at
I
the
don't know, I
stadium,
just-
Billy. All right.
I just thought you would have wanted to be a part of something.
Well, I was a part of it.
Part
but
of it
not.
with the fans.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, okay, that's true. I should have taken my quarter zip off. Then I would have had the white T-shirt on.
I don't want you to do anything that's going to make you uncomfortable.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Did you wear white, Billy, yesterday?
I did have the white.
You did.
I did have the white Iron Jack.
Smart. I did the
polo
same
on.
thing with the whiteout last week with the Badgers. I wore a white
Yeah.
polo.
Why
Am I
not
supposed
be
to do?
part of it?
I went the opposite way.
Yeah, Dougie was awesome. He had a
black.
you had a sweet it was more like a navy blue kind of jacket, right?
It was a navy blue unstructured jacket over a Billy Joel the Stranger T-shirt.
The jacket.
Wow,
was
talk about a
There we
vibe.
go.
The
Talk
jacket
about a
was
vibe.
really nice.
Yeah.
Doug's ready to rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
Always,
Better believe
always.
it. Night game comes on. We're gonna be showing out a little bit. Also, Dougie and I got to go down by the field, which was a
Yeah,
very,
that was
very
fun.
fun vantage point to be able to see the whole Thursday night football crew. I was wrong. Hand raised in air. I thought that whole staging area was for Peter Herbstreit. It was actually for where, Carissa Thompson, Andrew Whitworth, Richard Sherman, Tony Gonzalez would watch the game.
They've got so many people on that broadcast. They've got 10 people on that broadcast.
It's a dais.
And a dog.
And it's an hour and a half long.
It's like, honestly, it's a bigger table than the Last
I'm
Supper.
wrapping up, and Carissa's like walking past me. I'm like, didn't you wrap?
Aren't you guys are still on the air?
What are you still doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were working. They were having fun. That was a interesting spot too. Andrew Whitworth. I know it's not surprising. Hit the breaking news here. That's a big son of a gun.
He is so tall. I've never.
Holy cow!
I don't think I ever covered him when he played. At
The
least it was
name
never
Big Wit is understandable.
I mean, I'm like, listen, you and I are, and Dave. I mean, what are you, 6'8"?
6'8", yeah.
I mean, I don't know how tall Wit is, but I'm like,
There's a
straight up.
Yeah, but there's also a different, two different levels of 6'8". Dave and him might be looking eye level to each other, but Dave is also probably going to be like an inch and a half shorter because of the holy cow. Okay, I'm gonna respect.
I mean, and
Because
Wit
of the
is
fact that I'm
6'.
225 and he's like 325.
Yeah, Wit is still yoked too, and he's in good shape.
Yeah, he's
in
not
really good shape.
325 anymore. He might be 260. Like he is.
Yeah,
but
he's
his
in good
head
shape.
looks like one of an individual that might still be 350 pounds. The other great moment from last night, talking about large yoked individuals.
Oh, this guy.
Did you guys see the video of Buddy sitting down with the
crowd.
shirt off? Potentially,
I thought that
I
was
don't
Zay the
know,
first.
seeing what some affectionately
looking
call
like
a Benjamin Franklin. My man is just going to absolute town on this thing, sucking on it like it could be a pacifier, that vape
Right.
that he may or may not have gotten into the seating bowl.
Next to dude who looks like a combo between Travis Kelce and Caleb Durbin.
And the guy in the firefighter cheese hat.
Firefighter cheese hat. And the Michael Parsons jersey and the firefighter cheese hat.
There is so much going on there.
That is just an awesome display. I also want to know
I've
how
face
much
painted.
fun that guy had.
I've never chest painted my pecs like this guy has.
You know what?
You don't have them
Listen,
like
I'm going to
that.
say
No,
that
I
he can get
don't.
away with it because you know that he was in the gym for about 2 hours a day for each day for the last 2 weeks.
See, but I'm just
Preparing
mad.
I
for
haven't had a
this.
carb since 2004.
I'm just more disappointed that as he crushes this Coors Light, and then for 10 seconds they sit on him just inhaling on this potential piece of equiment that you're potentially not supposed to be vaping inside the stadium.
No.
Then they pull it away right before he's about to blow out a bigger cloud than like a cumulonimbus. Is that how you call it, Armin?
There you go. Yeah.
absolutely.
That's one of those big ones that bring the
cumulonimbus.
thunderstorms, right?
Yeah.
Billy paid attention to meteorology class.
My man
There
was
you go.
about to do some meteorology with the clouds he was trying to blow on.
And was there-
Holy cow.
No pause.
Was there any question when you saw that Pat wouldn't spend 10 minutes on this guy on the show?
You knew that was going to be a focal point of the
Oh,
McAfee show,
man.
and my guy's hitting the Benjamin sitting in the stadium.
Whitworth is 6'7", by the way.
Also, did I heard it on the broadcast, Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit trying to act like they didn't see what was going on. Like, oh, that guy seems to be having fun.
Yeah.
Trying to not draw attention to it.
Al Michaels knows what's going on.
Al Michaels knows what's happening.
I'm
He
sorry.
was unhinged last night. At one point, he even said, he left the Reds to go to the Giants. I did it for the money. And he's like, what else
He's
is
the
new?
man, dude.
And then he said, what else is new? Like, he knows he's with Prime for that reason as well.
He's 80 years old, and I'm telling you what, he looks and sounds pretty good. Now, I didn't get to watch the broadcast, obviously, audio-wise. I was on the radio.
Voice is still smooth.
I don't understand, and I still hear Zabe complaining about it. I'm like, man, if I look and sound that good and I'm doing that well in my career while I'm that age,
I'll be smiling.
I don't care what they say about me.
As long as you're having fun, man.
Yeah.
And Dougie, I'll say this. I'm guessing we have Al Michaels to thank for the New York strip steak that was in the press box last night.
It was really good. And
Oh, you ate steak in the press box?
Yeah, we
last
were eating steak in the press box
He had
last night.
steak in the press box last night.
So Stephanie Sutton was waiting for the steak to come out. She was waiting for 45 minutes for the steak to come
I
out.
don't blame you, Steph. I don't blame
I'd be
you.
waiting for that too.
If someone's giving me I'm not gonna say free, but if it's free, I mean you're working.
Well, yeah, it was.
If someone's giving me that type of situation, a steak, I'm waiting too.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely
You
waiting.
don't even have to hit the bull in Bull Durham.
Right,
Oh, you
there
really
you go.
don't.
Oh, bull. Sorry.
So,
bull.
but I speaking of mooing, that's how I like my steak, and it was very, very rare. And so Lily's out from Channel 6 was also waiting for the steak, but it was just too blood red for her. I'm like, I don't know, you're missing out because sometimes press box food, especially steak, sometimes it's not always good.
Well, sure.
This one was
Stuff last night.
Hey,
was nice.
it was,
You're
it
not
was
gonna
just
yeah.
like butter melting
My
in your mouth. It
goodness.
was so good.
You're not gonna get a
Might have been the best meal I've ever eaten.
medium
man.
rare
Impressive.
New York strip on a Media meal? Are you kidding me? You're going to have a whole line of media waiting for that meal, all right?
My God. You should have seen him lining up, Harmon. Like, just a...
absolutely.
Yeah. Stakes out.
It's like
just hurt.
It's like all those penguins waddling, in the Nat Geo videos. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, man, dude?
You are not
New York
not
Strip.
wrong.
Oh,
It was, but no, listen, Al Michaels, he ain't eating vegetables. He's eating steak, brother. He's like,
And that was good.
I'm enjoying
Sorry.
this.
That was
And this is what
good
I'm
steak.
having. It
That was
phenomenal.
really, really good steak.
Shout out to our friend Chef Zach from Lambeau, who we talked to down at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Yes.
gotta guess that he
yes.
was
I would.
behind all of
I
that.
would imagine he's involved.
Had a little pepper on the crust. It was so good.
Chef knows what's up. I saw him at the first game, the first preseason game. I said, "Hey man, welcome back." He goes, "I've been here. You're the one that's back."
Yeah, there we go.
Chef, you're right. You're
Well,
cooking it
That's
up
a
right
bar
now.
right there.
Welcome
Jocko was
back.
waiting for some too, so I mean, I think he finally got some. But he was.
Did Jocko also get dapped up after the steak came out, like Vinny Anthony did after he scored the
Dapped
touchdown?
up and hugged.
Well,
You were there,
everywhere.
Nick,
See, you
for
got to
that.
understand. Everywhere Jocko goes, he gets dapped up.
He's gotta
It just
get loved,
happened to
yes.
be that one happened to be caught on tape after a touchdown on the field. But that's just how Jocko lives his life.
I think the funniest part is everybody in that stadium, whether you watch Jocko on television or not, knew exactly who Vinny Anthony just hugged on the
Oh,
sideline.
100%.
Yeah.
Just like the easiest one.
Jocko
80,000
stands out.
unanimous.
It's the hair, it's the teeth, it's the vibe.
Everyone loves it.
That's right.
Everybody loves Jocko.
Just the best. Dougie, everyone loves you.
Thanks, brother.
Enjoy a weekend.
Thank you.
You've worked hard enough. I think you should go enjoy. I think you said you're going to leave an imprint of your ass onto the couch this weekend.
That is correct.
Maybe you should cook up
That'd
a
be
steak
awesome.
at home for yourself.
I'm going to do that tomorrow night. Tonight is pizza and wine night.
Oh, I like
there
that.
we go.
Well,
Oh,
pizza,
yeah.
but it's not Thanksgiving. What are you doing? Usually,
right, just
I don't have to have.
I know I'm making
pizza
it.
just on things.
I just know that's what you always do. You make pizza on
And
Thanksgiving.
thanks to my friends at Madison Weight Loss, I don't crush the whole thing in one sitting
That's
tonight.
good. That's
I'll
a
have
good
two. I'll have two pieces, and then I
Hey.
will enjoy the rest of my night not feeling so full.
Hey, a nice steak is a great calorie control meal. You get a
It
lot
is.
of protein in there. You absolutely get some mixed veg maybe as well.
Madison Milwaukee Weight Loss would have liked the steak last night. It was definitely well prepared. It was it's a healthy deal.
Very
It's
lean.
incredible
Yeah.
protein.
Did you get some potatoes along with it too?
No,
Or
that's-
what was the
Your boy
side?
has some Brussels sprouts though.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I didn't have any
Okay.
potatoes with it. I think Steph she did hold out for the mashed potatoes too.
Oh, you got to.
Mashed potatoes doesn't fit into the weight loss plan at
No.
Madison Weight
A
Loss.
lot of carbs there.
Yeah, I get that.
That's why you just rip out like 50 push-ups, like that guy that was hitting the Benjamin in section 119 was.
But he
doing.
seemed like he
yeah.
was going through it, like something was bothering him. Like that's what it would seem like.
Yeah,
Well, he was
'cause
probably
couldn't get
sweating
100
out.
push-ups.
He was probably
Yeah.
sweating out a Micah Parsons sack. He had over a half a sack, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Are you kidding me, dude? They just gave Cooper one of these. I need to.
Right.
I need
It's
to-
a
I need to
50-50.
level
I'm
up."
sorry. They were both on Jaden on that one.
That's a fair call.
50-50
Yeah.
one.
That's a fair call.
That was split. That was
I
a
got
split
Jaden Reed
decision.
anytime touchdown and then gets taken away.
That could also have been it.
That could have been
Yes, no doubt about it. Maybe he had Matthew Golden first touchdown. He didn't listen to Drew Olson, who on this show called Romeo Dobbs first touchdown. He wasn't
You
listening
made
to
that
it.
bet before Drew came on, though. I mean, you knew it too. I mean, you had put that money in the. You knew.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you,
That's
Nick.
right.
I'm glad. I appreciate you reminding me. So
he sent us the bet slip last night.
Jeez, Nick.
you better believe it. Well, listen, because we got to drop that in there because just to clarify, we can't actually win on the parlay of the day, which we're going to try to do coming up here in a few minutes before Hunter Baumgart talks some crew and previews a homestand with us in about 25 minutes. Dougie, appreciate it. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you very much. I'm off on Monday too. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Let's go. We'll see you Tuesday.
All
That is
right,
Doug
Doug.
Russell, the Love
Thanks,
Muscle,
buddy.
hanging out with us here on The Game. We appreciate all of his dedication, time,
By the
and
way, Dave,
updates
can you do
here The
updates
Game.
on Monday?
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
Well, Dave's going to enjoy a bunch of updates that are basically going to be written themselves because the Badgers are going to beat Alabama. So
There
we
you go.
might as well
There we
just
go.
replay all of the highlights during that moment anyway.
That's how I make scheduling decisions. I just ask you on the air.
That's the best way to back someone into a corner.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, could you hang out for the next break?
Sure. Yeah.
That's the
See you,
one.
Dougie.
That's it right
Oh,
there.
man. 877-794-1973. All right, let's go to the Potawatomi Sportsbook. On the other side, hit a parlay of the day. I mentioned Hunter Baumgart is going to be on air. He is Hunter B on air online, and you follow our Brewers Insider there. His post-game videos of home games will be back because the Brewers are back at home. 14 games to play. Right? Is my math correct there, Dave? Or is it
15.
15 games to play. See? I would have had that lacrosse education. Maybe
Oh,
I would have
yeah.
math
I know.
correct right out of the gates.
There we
But the
go.
Brewers, it has been an evasive 90th win for the Crew. How do they find it? Maybe with Father Quinn on the bump coming up tonight. We'll talk about it with Hunter coming up in a few. But before then, We invest. And we could potentially invest with one of our favorite human beings once again. And that doesn't mean baseball, does not mean football. We'll fill you in on the other side when we get to Potawatomi Sportsbook on the other side of No BS on the Game.
Packers Fridays are brought to you by Community Roofing and Restoration. Beauty, durability, and excellence since 1975. And Discount Liquor. Family owned and operated in Milwaukee and downtown Waukesha since 1960.
Football is back, and so is your shot at big wins. With DraftKings Pick 6, the official daily fantasy partner of the NFL, your game day instincts can score you real money fast. Here's the play. Just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats, from breakout rookies to elite quarterbacks, and unlock the upside every snap brings. The better your calls, the bigger your payout. My picks are coming. I just signed up for DraftKings and am making my way around the simple-to-navigate site now. As a new DraftKings customer, like me, you can get $50 in bonus picks with just a $5 entry. This season, play your player instincts. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code 973TheGame. That's code 973TheGame. Play just $5, get $50 in Pick 6 bonus picks. Make the call. Ride the upside. In partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. 1 call, that's all.
Hey, it's Brian Butch for Window Nation. Right now, this month, get 50% off all window styles, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 years. That's right. You could pay nothing until 2027. Here's the thing. You want to go to the hottest baseball team, the best baseball team in all of America? You could get 2 pair of tickets to an upcoming Milwaukee Brewers game when you replace all the windows in your home. So give them a call at 866-90NATION or visit windownation.com.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
I want them gummy squares. I want them gummy squares. I want some sleepy with no more anxiety. I need them gummy squares. I need them gummy squares. I need my wife to find her happy place really soon. We have Delta 8 CBD and new Delta 9s. Go to happyplacehemp.com.
Hey, Drew, aren't jingles annoying? You know what else is annoying? Not being able to sleep. You tell me about it. To find your happy place, go to happyplacehemp.com. Get some Delta 8, Delta 9, and the new Sleepy Time gummies.
I've been doing this for months, KB. It is part of my lifestyle now. I go grab one an hour before bed, and I've been sleeping like a baby.
I started doing it last summer. I was taking them before I went to play golf, and I was relaxed as could be. Actually, I started taking them. Sue started taking them, too, because she couldn't sleep.
More and more smart, good-looking listeners have been availing themselves of the great products at happyplacehemp.com. Use the code DREWKB for 25% off your first order. happyplacehemp.com.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights, because let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right.
Y'all gotta try that Febreze car.
Just right, just right, just right. Yeah. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistent scent. All over Febreze car clips right on your vent. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face. When it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah. Breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
Make 97.3 The Game your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app. Powered by Gruber Law.
One call, that's all.
Injured?
Remember, one call, that's all.
No BS on The Game. Hands it off to Drew and KB after 2. Drew Olson was on this radio show yesterday, right around this time, and fired off that Romeo Doubs was going to score the first touchdown. We had thought there was going to be a new touchdown scorer for the Green Bay Packers. Well, in 2025, Romeo Doubs is a new one. Matthew Golden, not once, but twice, got very, very close.
So close. That
almost won us a parlay of the day. More on that coming up in a couple of moments from right now, and maybe a way for you to win coming up this weekend at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. But before we do that, we got to save you some money. It is a flash sale going on at Iron Jock now through Sunday, September 14th only. You can get Iron Jock polos 40% off. No minimums, no codes to remember. Just the best and most comfortable performance apparel on the planet now for 40% off. And you can also ask Iron Jock about how to heat seal your business logo onto them. Get yours today at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com. 40% off, 40% less. That is a good deal. That is good vibes and good polo shirts. Just a very, very comfortable shirt to be able to enjoy. Listen, the back half of Iron Jock season. The back half of Iron Jock
I would say that's fair.
Are you talking like, or do you think we're on like hole 17 of Iron Jock season?
Well, the nice thing about Iron Jock season is it really can be a lot of times of the year because you do have the polos, you have the shirts, but you also have the hoodies. You also have,
right now?
I also got it. You also got the vest, right? You also have the windbreaker. There's a lot of options. They got the joggers now, the shorts. So that's the one thing about it. When you think of Iron Jock season, you do think about the hot, sweaty weather, right? Because it is so, absorbent and, it's stink-free technology with all that Enduratech. So you do think about it, but, you can layer up in a nice, light, comfortable way with Iron Jock and still stay warm.
That's a good point, too. Like, it can be the base with the polo for the quarter zip guy.
It's very important.
Because once you get into, November, December, it's going to be quarter zip season for a lot of folks.
Me, I'm always getting cold. So I need to have those layers up available.
You stay cold.
Right. So there you go.
Now, we're, in all fairness, a little cold at the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
We've been struggling.
We've been close, but have not gotten home in, I think, 2 weeks. So,
tough.
The plan is clear. The objective is in front of us. It is one singular mission. Win a parlay of the day going into week 2 of the NFL to knock out the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Similarly to maybe how a leg of our parlay of the day will try and be victorious for us coming up in the parlay of the day here at Potawatomi.
Time now for Billy's Parlay of the Day, brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet above the rest.
By knockout or decision, I got a leg for the parlay of the day that Armin Sarian might be a little bit surprised about. But before we go forward, we got to be a little bit transparent. We were close last night, very, very close. We were about to win the parlay of the day if we just put the ball just out a tick further for Matthew Golden.
Matthew Golden is so close to popping some big ones. He's open.
When you say you got to split the difference, Jordan Love just slightly underthrows Matthew Golden on the first one, slightly overthrows Matthew Golden on the second ball. Again, process over results, we were right there. Packers laying the 3, under 48.5, Matthew Golden touchdown. That was going to be a phenomenal parlay of the day yesterday.
He's got some big plays coming, though. He really does.
We got big plays coming. Everyone's open.
Everyone's open, right? That's what Brett said in 96. Now, here's my thing, too, Billy. He underthrow, the overthrow. But we saw him make a lot of great catches. You saw a lot of them. And all those days at camp. All those days at Rain HQ Field. So I think they're coming. And the most important thing, Billy, is he's getting open. As we know, the process is there. And your process was correct too. It just didn't mean the result was right.
Just the result was not what we thought it was supposed to be.
You
what
know,
we planned on it being.
My buddy used to tell me when we played Madden, when he missed a field goal, I didn't miss it, the game missed it.
The game missed it.
I did it right. The game missed it.
Your buddy's a smart guy.
Yeah.
That's the right way of going about it. So bet big, bet bold, bet above the rest this weekend at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. And one thing you might not think we are picking in the parlay of the day is the first leg of our parlay of the day here today. Now, as much as I'd love to go Brewers baseball here tonight,
sure.
Some kind of unknowns. Before we check in with Hunter Baumgart in the next segment, I don't feel too confident. I love knowing Quinn Priester's on the bump.
Sure. Father Priester, yeah.
More than anything, I love knowing the St. Louis Cardinals are coming to town.
Oh, they really
like that's a good thing to know that it is a positive to see the St. Louis Cardinals late into the season because they've been struggling to say the least. No, instead we go to maybe one of the most anticipated boxing events in recent memory.
Oh, okay, bringing boxing back a little bit.
Canelo Alvarez against Terrence Bud Crawford here Saturday night at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. It is going to be jumping for Canelo Crawford.
Yeah, even if you're not big into the fight game, you know, MMA or boxing, there is no question about it. The fights will bring out the crowd at Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's always packed there. Now, I'm going to be honest.
Always a fun crowd.
I wouldn't mind watching it. It's not something that's always on my radar. I like to watch it. It just feels like every fight now is Canelo Crawford. How many times these guys been fighting? It just feels that way. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, you're wrong on this standpoint of these two getting into the ring together.
Okay,
it is the maybe the most anticipated one for it. However, they've both been champions at multiple different weight classes in the lightweight, light middleweight division, but they've never ended up squaring off.
That's it.
Now, Bud Crawford, 37 years old. Some would say a little bit past his prime. Some would also say the same thing about Canelo Alvarez. They're fighting near like 160, 167.
And Canelo's the favorite, right?
A little bit of a sizable favorite coming in at minus 160.
All right.
Give me Terrence Bud Crawford to pull the upset.
Okay, come on now.
Been waiting and salivating for this opportunity, has Terrence Crawford.
Plus 132.
Plus 132, leg number one of the parlay of the day. I'll tell you who's going to come out swinging is the Detroit Lions. And they host the Chicago Bears this weekend. This line has moved and bounced around earlier in the week. It was plus 7 in favor of the Lions. Then it was down to 6, right? Or 6.5. Now it's down to 6. I'm jumping all over the Lions.
Lions. 6. I agree. You got me messed up if you don't think the Lions can win by a touchdown against that team.
All due respect to Ben Johnson and his family.
They might get garbage points, but
might get a couple. But I think we're going to look at the Lions after last week and say, ooh, maybe old Lions of yesteryear. That's not the 2024 Lions that we saw. I think that had maybe more to do with the Green Bay Packers than it did with the Detroit Lions.
Well, I know we'd hope so. I mean, it'd be a great sign if the Lions came out and played great against the Bears.
Yeah, and I think they do. I think they take over. I think they win it early, and I think the 6 is a nice number to be able to feast upon. Give me the Lions laying the 6 against the Bears on Sunday in the noon hour. And, you know, Nick Brusewitz is sitting over there with a phenomenal
Thank you.
black Aaron Rodgers number 8 Pittsburgh Steelers jersey.
Although someone was ripping on him early on the YouTube comments. It was
I did
Cam.
see that.
Why do you have a Steelers jersey on? You didn't like Rodgers. But it's an Aaron Rodgers. You're a Steelers fan. And it's Aaron Rodgers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why not?
Look at this. I'm
the
a fan of
greatest player in franchise history. I'm sorry. I mean, Micah Parsons, move over.
Bart Starr. But
okay. We're gonna have this debate. We need hours for that.
we don't have time for all that.
Right.
You know what we have time for? Saying I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan.
That's right.
I'll admit it. I have been.
Oh, absolutely.
We always will be.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm also a fan of a guy that's thrown 8 touchdowns in his last 2 games combined.
That's a good number.
So the thought that Aaron Rodgers was clearly over the hill, some put him into the middle of the road quarterback in the NFL. Well, you would think that would be all you'd need with a defense like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Au contraire, apparently last week, they got run all over. I don't anticipate that to be the case, and especially when you go to no longer Heinz Field. Give me Acrisure Stadium to be a house of horrors for the Seattle Seahawks coming up this weekend. Sam Darnold not once, but twice picked by the Steelers, and I'll lay the 3 with Pittsburgh at home this weekend against the Seattle Seahawks, flying across the country, playing in the early window, going east, Armin. That's an old school body clock play. Give me the Steelers laying the 3.
I like it. And will it always be Heinz Field to you, Nick? Is that how you come down on it? You know?
I mean, to be fair, I've never been there, so no. I've embraced the Acrisure Stadium. I've embraced what we're at now. They still have the ketchup bottles on the scoreboard, so you're still gonna see Heinz. But yeah, I'm embracing the new. I'll roll with it.
Disrespectful. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Well, what do you call American Family Field? I mean, seriously. I mean, do you still call it Miller Park?
Well, there's some times when it slips out, and there's some debate about it. What it's like, you
right.
know?
But what is your intention? Is your intention to let it slip, or are you, dang it, I made a mistake, it's American Family Field? That's the question we have to ask.
Yeah, that's a fair point. You got me there. Because I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody, but I also want to be correct, right? And technically, it's correct to call it American
I
Family
think you
Field.
should come correct and make
I
sure
should
that
come
you
correct.
have it the right way.
Now, I like this plus 768 you threw out here, Billy. Nice
Love
little
that.
parlay.
Plus
Although
768.
I'm a little disappointed and maybe not surprised, but a little disappointed that maybe you should have come correct for this big tip-off happening in a half hour.
Well, and that's exactly what I was going to say.
All right, go ahead.
I wanted to take Greece. And
this
I
is
wanted
big
to
for me
lay
today,
every Giannis prop imaginable because Giannis plays basketball today.
And he's fired up.
I love watching Giannis play basketball. But then this would go completely against what I want, which is I want Giannis out of the Eurobasket as soon as possible. Get him back home. Get him back in America. Back practicing with Miles Turner. Was at the Bucks game or at the Packers game last night?
Yeah.
Making Caleb Durbin look like a freshman at MSOE. Like, I want that to be where Giannis is. I love him enjoying Greece.
Sure.
Love him being in Athens with the family.
Eurobasket. It's a big tournament here.
Are they paying him $50 million a year?
They're not. All right. I hear you, Trey. I meant Billy, but
$50 million a year is coming from the Milwaukee Bucks.
So I think
I like him playing basketball in the Bucks uniform, not a Greece uniform.
Yes.
So I want him to play exceptionally tonight or today at 1:00 tip, right? 25 minutes away.
1:00
We'll be
tip.
watching. And I struggle to not get excited and cheer openly for when he starts doing good stuff.
When
Armin.
he plays, yeah.
But I do have to check myself and say, this is not good for what we want.
All right, that's fair. Now, I think your point is logical. I think it's a fair point. I can't really dispute it that you want him out because you're worried about the Bucks. But Larry Bird once said when he was coaching the All-Star game, "Well, we're here. We might as well win the damn thing."
Might as well win it. Very true.
At this point, they're in the semifinal, Billy.
Very true.
It's the semifinal. And the coach for Turkey was talking some mad trash about him.
Now, this wasn't the guy that was saying what the Israel coach was talking crazy, or was that AI?
It's different. And I don't know if it's real, so I don't want to say it.
Okay, good.
Oh, this guy was like, we don't have a plan for Giannis. Giannis was going to the free throw line a lot more than he should have, and he commits a lot of offensive fouls that don't get called. So I don't like this stuff.
Is there a Giannis baptizing of Şengün that happens here in this Turkey-Greece game?
I have a lot of feelings about that side. Maybe. His over-under, I think, was 30.5 points. Greece is favored by a point, so this should be a tight game. But if you want to bet on it, you can bet on a Potawatomi Sportsbook. 162.5 is the over-under. It's a 40-minute game. But this is going to be a big matchup today. And I really want Giannis to win this one. I want Greece to take this one.
I want him back, and I want him safe and sound.
I want him happy. And this would make him
that's
happy.
true. It would make him happy.
That's my position on it.
It is tough.
I want him safe too. Don't get me wrong. But my man's going to be balling somewhere, sometime.
That's true. I mean, he is playing. But then I don't know if they are protecting him
I
like
get
he
it.
should be protected
I get
as
it.
one of the best players of all time, best players in the league. So neither here nor there. But I will say this. In the midst of the second quarter, because they do play 4 quarters, right?
I think it's a fourth quarter deal. Yeah, it's a 4-quarter deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get sucked up into it, and I'm going to be
sure.
cheering for Greece. Like, I struggle once he does something crazy and yams on random Turkish cat. I will be hitting the top and saying, on your bleeping head, bud.
Mike,
that's a tough beat.
And I knew we were going to get this, Mike and Kenosha. I don't get how Giannis needs load management during the season, but is always available for these international tournaments. Giannis plays a lot.
He actually has not been fully available.
He plays a lot.
And I don't know that he's played a ton of these games. He's actually been out a bunch.
He took a lot of games off there, too. So these are the biggest game. This would be like the conference finals, so he'd be playing, Mike.
He kind of has waited for the big games, right? From what I've noticed, it appears.
Yeah. There was a couple of them he didn't play. They didn't really need him or whatever. So, you know what? And here's the other thing. I don't think Giannis wants to be load managed. I think
Much like Micah Parsons doesn't want to.
They do it to try and keep him right. for the big games. It's not that he wants it or he needs it or he can't play and all these things.
Teams set the lineups. Teams set the inactives. I think that also, Armin, to your point, much gets lost in the load management conversation. Teams are the ones that make guys active or inactive for games.
Right.
Not players. 877-794-1973. This guy's always active. He's always a part of it. Our friend Hunter Baumgart, Hunter B on air, going to join us coming up to discuss the Brewers homestand as they take on the St. Louis Cardinals starting up tonight. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, who play in Orange County, will be in here next week, starting up on Tuesday with Mike Trout and company. Could be a playoff clinching scenario tonight. We'll fill you in on that as well on the other side. Dave Gasper produces. Nick Bruzowitz is right there. Bruiser Bites coming up in 20 minutes. That's Armin Sorry, and I'm Billy Schmidt. It's no BS on the game.
A brand new house on the roadside, and it's made out of rattlesnake hide. Got a brand new tin that baby put on top, and it's made out of human.
22. It's one of the most anticipated games of the season.
There's a few iconic franchises in the NFL.
Featuring two of the most storied franchises in league history.
I played for one of them for 18 years.
Green Bay.
This is another one.
Pittsburgh. Sunday night, October 26th, the legend and his backup meet for the first time. And Zabe, Butch, and the Russ Darrow Automotive Group want you to watch the game with them in the Steel City. With thousands of vehicles available, now is the perfect time to trade in, trade up, and drive home in the car, truck, van, or SUV you've been dreaming about. Shop the entire inventory and lock in savings today at russdarrow.com. Get to the gameandstuff.com contests and sign up to win this epic road trip with the fellas.
Love versus Rodgers. Let's go.
Thegameandstuff.com/contests.
For award-winning injury lawyers, when you're injured, you call Nicolay Law. Get the beer, get the win.
Big savings are happening right now at Russ Darrow. Hi, it's Zabe here for the Russ Darrow Automotive Group. They're making room for brand new 2026 models, which means huge sales on every 2025 in stock. Whether you're shopping for a stylish Kia, a rugged Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, or sporty Mazda, dependable Nissan, trusted Honda, versatile Mitsubishi, or the legend Toyota, we've got incredible deals waiting for you. With thousands of vehicles available, now is the perfect time to trade in, trade up, and drive home in the new car, truck, van, or SUV you've been dreaming about. But hurry, when the 2025s are gone, they're gone for good. Shop the entire inventory and lock in your savings today at russdarrow.com. Big savings are happening right now at Russ Darrow. Discover the Darrow difference today.
You're not just tired, you're drained. Dragging yourself out of bed, powering through work with caffeine, skipping workouts, zoning out at home. That 6 to 10 o'clock evening window, it used to be your time. Now you're barely holding on. Lower energy, poor sleep, no drive. If that sounds like you, it might be low testosterone, and you're not alone. It's Drew Olson from 97.3 The Game, and I was in that exact spot with less gas in the tank. I got tested at Game Day Men's Health, and it changed everything. I've been amazed at the level of service I've received at Game Day and how quick the treatments are. It's part of my routine now. You can make it part of yours. They are looking to help you at Game Day Men's Health. It's fast, it's simple, and it's built for guys on the go. Like no waiting rooms, no awkward questions, just a free T-level test and real solutions that work. You've got a life to live. Don't waste it on the couch. Go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com and book your free testosterone test today. Game Day Men's Health. Get into one of the 5 area locations, get results, and get back in the game.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Here in Wisconsin, there's one name synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza. That's Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home, and they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved Rising Crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo Thin Pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your grocer's frozen food aisle. Palermo's, flavor is our family business.
You work hard to provide for yourself and your family, and that's why identity theft is so scary. Not only does it pose a threat to your financial well-being, everything you've worked so hard for, but it's also a danger to your family. Even children can be victims. It's not their money thieves go after, obviously, but their social security number. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Act now and save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale, now at AutoZone until September 22nd. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
The Fox 6 weather experts are presented by AdventKnows.com.
Another foggy start to our day. Dense fog advisory until 10 a.m. Dry with extra care and caution today. Partly sunny, high near 80 inland, 70s lakeside this afternoon. Showers arriving overnight. I'm Fox 6 Chief Meteorologist Rob Haswell.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off. Free UPS shipping and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
All the way! Touchdown, Wisconsin!
Listen to the Badgers all season right here. 97.3 The Game.
We never knew how to forfeit, but we always knew how to talk. Couple nights threw gasoline on the fire.
Hanging out with you on the NicoletLaw.com talking text line, streaming on YouTube and X. Facebook? Zuckerberg cool with
I
us
think
now?
we're cool. We're back in.
Back on Facebook.
I think so. I
Let's
didn't get restricted when I
Take
did it.
that. Let's go. Because our relationship with Facebook's somewhat tenuous. They decide that they don't like us some days. They like us some days. We love that over almost 3,000 people are deciding to view our show here today. And we do it each and every day where you can listen to us on the iHeartRadio app, obviously the Game Network of stations. But if you want a little peek behind the curtain, hang out with us on YouTube and X, we are always here streaming No BS with Billy and Sarian on the Game. Nick Bruzewitz is right there. He's going to have Bruiser Bites coming up in about 15 minutes. And we are produced by Dave Gasper. Stepping into the studio now is our friend Hunter Baumgart. Hunter, be on air. You better be following Hunter there in his coverage of the Milwaukee Brewers because it is A1. Back at home, a little home cooking is a good thing, Hunter. But listen, I've said this a long time. I think teams that party together stay together.
Okay.
Teams that I think Pat McAfee has said it a very, very good bar of you bond more around a keg than kale. Right? Like, sorry, that might be a better thing to have a smoothie, but I think a Busch latte sometimes is a better thing for the boys to unify. Little team unity last night as they get swept in Texas. I was so happy they got out of that stadium and hopefully don't have to go there until maybe the World Series later on this year because that was a house of horrors. This Hellman cat turned himself into Willie Mays and Torrey Hunter.
Together, yes.
Together in a little love child package. But Caleb Durbin, Sal Frelick, Joey Ortiz, Andrew Vaughn and company roll up to Lambeau last night. They're in the all-white jerseys, the white cheeseheads, seemingly having a very good time when they were up on the camera for the roll out the barrel moment.
Very good.
I think that was a good thing and a good sign for a team that some people are like, this has not been all that we wanted it to be since the winning streak. They're not nervous and they're going out and having themselves a ball.
Yeah, I think that's kind of been the theme throughout the season. They have not gotten too high or too low depending on results. And I think that's helped a lot. It's helped them get to the best record in baseball. As of late, they've not been playing the baseball we saw them play for most of the summer. And so it's a little concerning, but you see that, and you kind of see that, okay, it's the sky isn't falling in their land. The sky may be falling in some fans' minds. I don't think it's time for that yet by any means. I think this team has everything's still in front of them, still got the best record in baseball. I think the Phillies are hot, yes, and they've closed the gap a little bit in that 1 seed. Otherwise, you still feel comfortable with the division. So I think it's good to see that, they were enjoying some football and getting to experience Lambeau Field.
I think the tough thing is for fans that are frustrated is you get used to a certain level of consistency and playing and winning. And it's not been awful, but it hasn't been consistent, right? Because you do get the sweep in Pittsburgh. Wow, that's huge. It's great. You take advantage of it. Then you go and you struggle in Texas, but they hit into some bad luck there. And, you did have a hungry Texas team. It's sort of about just getting through these muddied waters, getting a couple days off finally, because it's been a long slog this last 6 weeks.
It has, since obviously the long stretch of games in the end of August, you had the winning streak. And then since the winning streak, I think they're 11-14. And obviously that's a 25 game sample size. You can't ignore that. And say that, it's just a few games that they haven't been playing well. They haven't been playing, it's one thing to go 14-0 and then go 11-14. It's weird. It's kind of weird to wrap your mind around because it was so good.
Pretty good.
Right. Exactly. Right. Yeah, you're right. When you look at it like that, the last 39, it's 28-11. So it depends on how you look at it. At this point, it's September 12th. You've got 2.5 weeks left of the season. Win games so you can wrap up everything you need to wrap up. It doesn't matter how it looks, because just win games, figure out how you're going to be in the postseason as far as pitching and everything like that. Figure out what you need to figure out, but also at the same time win games. And I think that's the balance that Pat Murphy, and we talked about this a little bit last week, he's trying to strike as far as keep the guys healthy, projecting towards October, while also knowing they have not wrapped up anything. And unfortunately, the Phillies have kind of made it a little tougher.
Oh, it's tighter,
to reach this 1 seed.
Well, in Hunter, I wonder if you learn some things from years past. And obviously, Murph wasn't in the captain's seat in 21.
Sure.
But I think it was pretty evident that they took their foot off of the accelerator in 21. That was the same year, correct me if I'm wrong, with the combined no-hitter, Hader, and Burns.
Yes,
and then after that, I think they were like 4 games under 500. And it was just a strange close to the year, but they
4
had
years
so
ago
much
yesterday,
of it.
actually.
They had just so much of it wrapped up, and it felt like it was in the bank and earning interest, so to speak. And you're just waiting for October. How do you think they quell that? How do they keep from that complacency getting in there while seemingly lining up their rotation and getting everybody ready to go into October?
I think this team is too hungry to be complacent, to be honest. I don't think they're a team that's going to be complacent. I think it's just more so, can they put it all together at the right time? And we won't know that until October. That's the thing. Like, none of this in September. You've gotten out to the lead you have.
Good point.
Barring just a catastrophe collapse here in the last 2.5 weeks, which I don't see coming. The pitching staff is too good. We've seen what the offense can do. So barring that, you just win the game. So then when everything resets, because none of this matters comes October, if you have a bye, you advance 1 round, which is great. And you have, obviously,
does the 1 seed matter to you, Hunter?
That's
in a minute.
That's a really good question.
I think the 1 and 2 matters more than the 1.
Yeah.
However, you'd love if you have to play the Phillies in the NLCS to have game 1 at your place. Game 7 at your place.
I don't want to go there.
I know. So, and obviously you have to go there in the series, but more so, when do you go there? And I think you want game 1, game 2 at your house. You want game 7 at your house. I think it does. I think it significantly matters, and I think it does to the Brewers. However, I still think they are going to prioritize that bye, possibly overall, more than the 1 seed specifically.
2-2-1-1-1.
I think it's 2-3-2.
3-2.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, then maybe the 2 seed's not as bad.
It's not.
Win that first game.
Yes.
Right. Then you have the opportunity to never go back. Okay. All right.
Right.
All right. I can talk myself into that. If indeed that ends up being, because that is a hornet's nest. Right, like Citizens Bank Park is a dangerous place to go play baseball. It is.
The Phillies possibly are the best team in the National League. It right with the
look
Brewers.
at that lineup.
Like it's like you. So if I were to look at like toughest matchups for the Brewers, I would say the Cubs and the Phillies.
Yeah.
In the National League, and that could easily be the route to the World Series for the Brewers.
Well, it looks like it very well could be, but let's not get ahead of ourselves yet. So
right, exactly.
That might be what we're having to
got to
deal
get in the
with.
postseason first. The
Let's not get
Brewers
ahead of
win.
ourselves. They win tonight. They get 2 teams to lose. They're into the playoffs.
No, I know that.
We're in.
I'm saying the way it might shuffle out with the matchups. That's what I'm
I think
saying.
you guys all need to calm down. Hunter, we only got a couple more seconds. This sweatshirt, the highest requested giveaway for you from the fans?
not
Seems
quite
like
yet.
everybody wants to get into that stadium on Saturday night.
Well, you're right. We will discuss it on the pregame show tonight at 6.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a big league tease. Big league tease. Hunter, be on air. You better be here on the other side. Hour 4 is next with Bruiser Bites.
Chased from behind by Parsons. And a sack. Micah Parsons registers the sack back at the 31-yard line. And the Parsons project is underway.
Hey, let's keep hitting them, man. Packers Friday is sponsored by Cousin Subs, your one-stop shop for all your football parties. With customizable 12 or 20-piece party boxes, 7.5-inch subs, sides, and shakes. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Crispy chicken tenders are now at Cousin Subs. Enjoy them with your favorite dipping sauce, or try them in one of our 2 new subs, Classic Crispy Chicken or Bold Buffalo Ranch Crispy Chicken. Both served on our fresh baked bread, made with quality you can taste. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only here for a limited time. Order in store, online, or on the app today. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the 2 of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Broadcasting live from the top of the ratings.
How's the air up there?
This is WRNW Milwaukee, 97.3 The Game. #1 for sports and stuff.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind: to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my 2 sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-887-1010. That's 800-887-1010. 800-887-1010.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Make 97.3 The Game your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app. Powered by Gruber Law.
One call, that's all.
Injured?
Remember, one call, that's all.
Somebody call 911. Shawty fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa. What's up, Quan? Kingston. Let's go. Hey.
Hour 4 and OBS hangs out with you on the NicoletLaw.com. Talking text line 877-794-1973. A bunch of good ones here today. Like our friend Jason, the electrician, said, man, I love listening to you guys after games like this because it's got to be easier to listen to conversation about the Green Bay Packers and about your favorite team after they just freight train 2 teams.
Always is.
That were in the playoffs a year ago.
Always is. Yep.
It's a lot easier than listening, I don't know, after you lose to a division rival. We did a lot of those shows last year. 5 out of 6 actually in the division a year ago. So it's good to be able to start out with some wins. But I like where Jordan Love said last night, he's like, yeah, it's cool. It doesn't do anything. It's good start for us. That's what we want. You can't go 3-0 without going 2-0, but there's still a lot to improve on. And definitely last night's game, a coach's dream scenario to have all the things that you can get better at still, but needing some corrections on 10 different penalties. We had a 614 texter from Ohio said, I am a Packer fan in Ohio.
Let's go. What's up? We're everywhere.
Going to the game next week and expecting a green and gold takeover. Browns fans of mine always complain how Myles Garrett gets held every single play. Holy crap, I finally feel their pain now that I see Micah Parsons' face mask getting held every single play.
You know what? When you have a great one, I'm sure it does happen a lot, where a couple things, you notice it because you're watching that play.
Look at one chance. Listen, you guys try to stop the guy somewhere.
Yeah, you got to try. And you want to put the refs in a position, if you're an old lineman, you could probably tell me this, where
make them call it every time.
Make them call every time. They're not going to do it. So they're going to either get away with it sometimes and not, and that's just the way it's going to be. That being said, I absolutely believe there's going to be a great Packer contingent in Cleveland for this game. Don't you? I do. I think there's going to be a great one. I don't think it's all that far. I think we're, as you
6-8 hour drive.
Yeah,
maybe?
We're also a fan base that's everywhere. Come on, let's be honest. So I think this.
Yeah, but I don't know a whole lot of people from Wisconsin are moving to Cleveland.
No, it's totally
right? Like,
fair.
I mean, think about
Totally
it. You're
fair.
like, I get Wisconsin, and then I get like, I don't want to disparage anybody, but
Don't
like
do it.
great value Milwaukee.
Man,
like
that's fine. Listen.
Oh,
You're your chance to
Don't
go after
let
Cleveland.
LePay hear you.
Yeah.
That is a big Cleveland guy. He's a big fan of that city.
See, I think he's more of a Cincy guy, but yeah,
But
maybe,
yeah,
definitely.
but where does Cleveland visits the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame there? I mean, they've got some stuff in Cleveland.
Where does Cleveland rank in comparison to Oklahoma City?
That's what I was going to say. It's fair. It's fair for
Oklahoma City North.
It's much better than Oklahoma City.
No, it would definitely be better than Oklahoma
No, because Cleveland at least had, they have the lake, right?
Yeah, at
They
least
have
they're not
Lake
Detroit.
Erie. At least they're not Detroit. They have Lake Erie.
Right.
There is more, history, I think, as a Midwestern town than Oklahoma City. There's no comparison. But you can have your Oklahoma City, Billy. Maybe it's Cleveland. Maybe that's your Oklahoma City is Cleveland. No, I don't disagree with you. Like
I'll take Des Moines as my Oklahoma City way
That's
before.
saying something.
I'll start
Right.
trashing Iowa
trash
and
Iowa.
Nebraska well before I will of the great state of Ohio.
Like Joakim Noah said once, what's so great about Cleveland? And I understand why he's saying that. I don't think I'd vacation there, but I don't think it's a bad town. I think it's a good sports town. I will say this, though. I just think I don't think there's a lot of excitement about the Browns necessarily right now over there. So I think we're going to have a great.
It's a safe.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe. Yeah, safe tree, safe limb to climb out on.
No, we're gonna have a good contingent. I believe the Packers fans will travel. I don't know what the ticket market is for that game right now.
I'm gonna guess cheap,
affordable. Yeah, affordable.
Yeah, like again, that's one of those where I don't imagine there are. Listen, Cleveland Browns fans love the Cleveland Browns. It's one of the reasons why I actually feel bad mocking Cleveland Browns fans
it's
because
a
they
legacy
are
city.
hardy fans.
It's a legacy team and a legacy city.
They deserve a better team.
Yeah.
Albeit they had one of the top 10 quarterbacks in football, and then they decided that he was no good for them and needed to get out of there just because he had a shoulder injury. Now he's baking down in Tampa.
No pun intended. No pun. Then they got another one they thought that was going to be top 10, and he got a different kind of treatment, which didn't help what he was going to be doing, and he got busted for that, right? So
I mean, I would argue that it probably helped. It seemingly didn't ultimately pay off the way that he would have liked.
It's good for him. I don't think it's good for him. Selling Not fast. Good. I'm looking online. Selling fast, so it's a hot ticket, and I would imagine the Packers have a lot to do with that. So there you go.
Speaking of treatment, let's get some treatment. Let's get some Bruiser Bites in here, and let's celebrate after a Packers victory, going into maybe a big weekend for a Badgers victory down in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It's time for Bruiser Bites.
Time now for Bruiser's Bites.
Yes, time has come. Another win 2 times this week. I get to play bites from a victory on Bruiser Bites for the Packers. They knock off the Washington Commanders last night at home, 27-18, as we've been talking about all day long. And the defense, for the first time since 1995, they've held their opponents under 250 total yards in consecutive games to open the season. Keyshawn Nixon, cornerback 1, had this to say about the defense so far this year.
Yeah, we playing ball. Start with the D-line, of course, and then trickle down to the backers, and then come to the back end. We playing as one, and the crowd get us into the game, so I appreciate the crowd too, but we playing hell of a ball as a defense right now, and that's what half preach, and that's just what we're going to keep doing.
I'm fine with them keep doing it. I'm fine with them doing what they've been doing because it's been dominant. It's been swarming. It's been different. It passes the eye test. I'll tell you what. The stats say one thing, but the eye tests validate it completely.
That's for sure. I mean, you get an opportunity to do what the coach has been asking for, a defense that's relentless, swarming, and always is bringing hats to the football. Jeff Hafley is finally being able to get that message through. And listen, you can only tell players to do something so much. At some point, there has to be a certain kind of belief and a buy-in and a certain kind of swagger that you are going to lock up and shut down teams.
Yeah.
And it seems like this defense is getting that kind of swagger.
And let's be fair. I mean, Keyshawn and I think Carrington Valentine have totally changed the perception that we have about that position right now for the Green Bay Packers.
Totally.
And now you throw in Hobbs in there as well. So, there was the question, listen, this is our weakness, this and that. Well, don't tell that to Keyshawn Nixon and Carrington Valentine have been playing tough ball.
Sometimes a hard guy to impress. Truly I think, unbiased, most of the time, opinion of the Green Bay Packers can come from Aaron Nagler. He sees it straight, and this is what he had to say after their win last night over the Commanders.
I'm trying right now. I'm trying real hard to stay level-headed. But let me tell you something. This team is going to be a problem for each and every team they face in the 2025 NFL season. Not saying they're going to go undefeated. Not saying they're going to go on some huge magical run. Got to go 1-0 every week. It's real. Don't get it twisted. I understand all the misgivings, all the complaints, special teams, the lulls on offense, some of the stuff given up on defense. I get it. It's legit. I understand. I'm not saying you're crazy for thinking about it or for complaining. I understand. I just want you to know, laying over all of that is a football team that is going to be a major problem for the rest of the league for the duration of this season.
I asked you guys earlier, Billy said he was going to think about it. Where do you see a weakness in this group right now that they need to adjust to really go on the magical run that Nag said they may or may not go on? Is there a spot right now? Or if they keep playing the way that they're playing at this exact moment, the magical run may just come?
Well, the easiest one would be to look at the special teams unit. There's nothing super special about their performance and hasn't been for quite some time. I think it's a competent unit though, and like that's the part of it, Armin, where just be competent, and I think it'll be good enough with how good the rest of the ball club is. If I'd have to say something, I like Chris Brooks. I really do. I think the backup running back is a spot, though, that you are going to need. Like, there's a reason why we are all very excited about Marshawn Lloyd. There's a reason why Savion Williams going into the backfield next to Josh Jacobs. You try to find some other gadgets, too. I think the whole would be the other change of pace alongside Jacobs, albeit they have guys that – Chris Brooks – forces their hand to go for it on that first drive on the 4th and 3, where I think it's like 3rd and 18. My man takes a swing pass and breaks one tackle, gets down to near the 35-yard line, and then they are going for it because you're kind of in no man's land. So he's made nice plays. Don't get me wrong. I do think that you could be better at that spot with a Lloyd. So the whole, Nick, for me, would be one that I think you can forecast them filling already on the roster, but we haven't seen it put into practice quite yet.
Yeah, that's a good one, Billy. Yeah, absolutely. I think we're all hoping for more there. And there hasn't been the dynamic running game necessarily the first couple weeks if we were to nitpick about something. But the reality is we're talking about what we're talking about on September 12th. There's no other way to say it except you want this team to be good enough to get into the dance with a pretty good record, with a pretty good seed, some chances at home games, and then just play your best ball games in those moments. Now, it helps to have great players, and the Packers, in theory, have, seemingly have another one now with Micah. So that's a tough question to answer. Consistent, mistake-free. Let's get less penalties. How about that?
I love that.
Well, unprompted last night, head coach Matt LaFleur was pretty complimentary of the Packers fans in attendance. And it was one of those gold package games, which are often much maligned. This is what he had to say about that.
I just want to give a big shout out to our crowd. That was the best. Is it the gold package? Yeah. Gold package crowd that I've been a part of in 7 years here. So definitely felt a ton of energy in the stadium. The whiteout was amazing. And they were loud. And certainly I think our guys feed off that.
All right. Doesn't really matter how they get the fans in there or if it's a green or gold package fan base. But last night it was reportedly special. I mean, and that takes you over the hump, and credit where credit's due. It was the gold package group that a lot of people try and pick on.
They pick on them. And then we talked about it before, obviously. They've been picking on the gold package for a long time, and last night, a lot of love to the gold package. Can we finally stick our hands up and say, all right, it's not the green versus the gold. It's not one that does it better than the other one. We're all Packer fans. All right. So no more infighting with the green versus the gold. All right. There are dogs in every fan base, no matter what they are. Okay. So let's go. We're Packer fans. And it was great to see them.
That's adorable to think that this is just going to end the back and forth. I will say 7 years is interesting. I would have thought it would have been more like 2021 back when your boy was inside the gold package crowd.
That's a good point. I think
the head off.
We're always hyperbolic too about like, oh, this is the best I've seen in the last 7. Really? You remember every feeling and every moment?
There's also a chunk in there where there's no gold package in 2020. Mm-hmm. Take that one out. Yeah. 2019, coach, I think you were always pumping up the crowd. Come on. I also like that Micah Parsons is potentially taking over the come on from Coach LaFleur. I haven't seen any.
There was a play where
I don't know that it's a good thing, Nick. I actually don't know that. I kind of like Coach getting everybody going. I do think that maybe we could be focused on some adjustments and some understanding what to and not to challenge. Congrats on Matt LaFleur winning a challenge last night. But it does seem like the come-ons have calmed down from head coach.
I do like when people get everyone fired up. I like when we're into it. I get your point. I saw a play yesterday where Edge and Micah were both doing it at the same time and then dominating the play. Yeah. It was really great. Now the crowd showed up last night. And let's be fair. There's a new juice and energy with Micah that just gets this crowd excited now. And for a while, I think Packer fans, I don't want to say entitled, but we're winning in the same way. So it was a little bit like, we expect to win this way. Aaron Rodgers, yeah. Let's see something more spectacular. You know what I mean? I don't want to say that, but There's no doubt that the infusion of Micah has infused some sort of B12 energy into this crowd, which it should, because even when he just takes the field, you're hearing that crowd go buzzing, and it's great. I feel it too.
I wonder too, Armin, if perhaps the timing of the Micah trade also played a part in that. Like if they had the Micah trade back in like May,
good point,
or June,
yeah,
you know, we all could have processed it and like moved forward by now, and like still obviously excited. But when it's made like a week before the season, where it's like, oh, it's all fresh in everyone's mind, like we're still trying to process it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm still trying to process this. You want to talk about? Sorry, shiny object.
What am I missing?
You got to see this Giannis dunk.
Did he yam one?
He just yammed on two poor Turkish kids whose parents are in the stands.
Man.
Like that was a brutal. Two guys just catch bodies by Giannis. It's
guys.
I got to get to Harris Stavros Twitter as soon as possible.
Harris Stavros Twitter. It's 12-8 right now in Latvia, I believe, is where they're playing game.
This game's in Latvia, yeah. They don't use the trapezoid lane anymore. I guess they haven't.
Left-hand Thunder. Sorry, Nick. I see that. That's hard to take the eyes away from.
There will be a time when Giannis dominates our bites, I'm sure. So, yeah, I mean, a little foreshadowing there ahead of what's going to come in just a month or two, right? I mean, they'll get going late October, the NBA season. So
their first preseason game is in 3 weeks.
Wow, preseason NBA.
October 6th.
I always forget it exists.
Thanas is going to make some buckets today. That's all I know.
Last night, we talk about the fans from one perspective. Let's hear from Shannon Sharp's brother, Sterling Sharp. Excuse me. Almost messed that up. Sterling Sharp into the Packers Ring of Honor. Obviously a Pro Football Hall of Famer. And he talked about the reception from the fans last night.
They're Green Bay Packer fans. And I said this one time before, whether you are a Green Bay Packer for 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years, you're a Green Bay Packer forever.
Okay.
And that is a very special feeling.
Yeah, I have to imagine it's a great feeling. Packers fans are often considered at a national level in the conversation for the best fans in the world. What is it in your perspectives that makes the Packer fans so unique in comparison to some other fan bases?
Armin, I'll let you have this.
I think we are the greatest fans in the world. I think our loyalty, our exceptionalism is in there, and our real sense of community as a community-owned team. I think Packer fans take that to the next level. I really think they see Packers football not as just a transactional exchange with fans and a team and paying money and services. It's really a lifestyle. It's family. It's DNA in their life. I don't know how else to say it. It's a hard thing to describe, but yeah, we're special. Is that too much? I don't know. Like
that is never.
There's no wrong answer.
There's no wrong answer. Nick, I think all sports fans think they're different. I think all fan bases believe they are special and they are different ones. I think the unique, one of the most unique things about a Packers fan is that you're then most likely have some kind of connection to Wisconsin and being a Midwesterner. There's a different level of nice that comes from being in the Midwest. There's also, I think, a different level of passion about your sports teams when you are in the northern states and in the Midwest. You care a lot more because you have to be inside a whole lot more. You watch all the time. There's not maybe as much to do, and that's because you become more passionate, and then it becomes more a part of what Armin was trying to say, your ecosystem and your family. And it started getting real DNA-esque. And I don't know that there's all that scientific parts of it, but I think people in Wisconsin are extremely nice. I think there's a reason why Packers, the Green Bay Packers, are still a destination, not only because the stadium's so amazing, but because the game day experience is phenomenal for people to be able to go to. So
it's a unique experience. It always has been and always will be, being in the smallest market. Now, I'm going to say one thing. Every fan base does think they're the best. I guarantee Jaguars fans do not think they're the best fans in the world. Okay.
I disagree. I bet every single time something great happens, they say, man, we got the best fans in the world.
You're probably right. Mm-hmm. Even Rays fans? What's the worst fan base in sports? I'm trying to think. In terms of just no one cares. The Marlins, come on.
Marlins would be a good one. But guess what? When they won the World Series, they're saying, man, we got the best fan base in the world. They packed this place out. You guys were awesome.
It's true.
Well, let's transition to Detroit, where it feels like the Lions remain still in crash out mode. This is defensive coordinator Kelvin Shepard at the podium today.
Looked like Kirby bit down on an over route there.
Kirby did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Uh-oh.
So he has the ability to kind of ad lib.
Kirby did exactly what he was supposed to do with the structure of the defense.
On the pick play, how can Terrion defend that better?
By learning by previous mistakes. You guys been around here. We got the exact same play at San Francisco last year. Turn it on to Pearsall. Learn from your mistakes. You're a professional.
How much did the groin play into those two plays that he?
If you're injured, come out the game. If you're injured, come out the game. We're not making any excuses. No. We're not making any excuses. Just like if I have a play called I shouldn't have called, that's on me. A player has a job to do, that's on them. We all earn our paycheck. There won't be any free rides this year. We all come to the stadium with a job to do your job, point blank, period.
What has Ben's greatest strength as a play caller?
Everything.
That was awesome.
Next question.
Is he mad at the media or his own team? That's the best part.
He's mad. He's mad, and he wouldn't be mad if the Packers didn't just whoop them. I mean, I'm sorry. That's the reality here, and he's mad, still mad 6 days later.
I love Calvin Shepard. I love a lot of former players in coaching positions, especially when you're able to bring that kind of player attitude to it of, listen, you guys can make all the excuses you want. This is exactly how it goes down. They all know what they messed up on. And at some point, if you want to be in that spot for a longer period of time, you better grow from your mistake. Otherwise, we're going to make a mistake in keeping you in that position. Calvin Shepard also, I heard an interview that Dan Campbell did with Chris Long earlier in the year. He wants to be a head coach.
Yeah, he's
Calvin
young.
Shepard, former defensive player in the NFL, really good linebacker during his time, 37 years old.
He's not even that old yet.
First thing he asked Dan Campbell was, I want to be a head coach. Should I cut my hair?
Mm-hmm.
And Dan Campbell's like, no, you shouldn't. You should be you. Because if anybody doesn't like you for who you are, they don't understand football. And the players that are going to need to respect you for what you are going to do for them. So, like, there's a lot of that full culture of Detroit in there. I understand why they're ticked off. I understand why they're boiling up there. I think they blow out the Bears coming up this week.
It's a little early to me for crash outs on September 12th, but I do feel like they do have an extra edge this week. Hearing something like that, you're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny to hear him get all fired up. I mean, hey, he was exactly what he was supposed to do, but hey, those are always fun to watch. I wouldn't be mad at it. They got pressure on them. There's no doubt.
Come on.
Also this weekend, tomorrow, that is, the Badgers are in Tuscaloosa to face 19th ranked Alabama in a game that they are 3-touchdown underdogs in. I'll play you a snippet of the hype video that their official Wisconsin football at Badger football account dropped within the last day.
It was going to be all about Alabama.
Nobody's talking about us. No one cares about us. That's okay. This is where we go show the world who we are now and what we can do.
There's nothing more that you want to do as a competitor than be in the in the biggest games and the biggest competition out there. And to go to Alabama to play in front of that crowd, there's not a guy within our program that isn't say that's one of the reasons why they're here.
Talking about the calm before the storm. Well, the storm is here. There's going to be no hiding. We'll know a hell of a lot more about every man in this room. Do you want to compete with the best? Do you want to challenge yourself?
Well, the bass works. I like that. I mean, you can hear that. Like, you know what I mean? It works. Like, you can hear it in my... Yeah, it fires me up. I love it. I love the hype video. Let's go. This is like a big thing now. You got to have a hype video ready. Your social media team's got to put one out. And I love hearing the LePay call.
It's not just now. Hype videos have been a thing for a while
But
Wisconsin puts out some good ones.
Since the internet has been... Because now they're put out on the internet. It's not like back in the day you put a hype video in the VHS in the mail for people like everyone. You know what I mean? I know it's been a long time. I get it. Okay, DVD,
gotta go to Blockbuster
Blu-ray,
to get my weekly hype video.
Did you play my cassette My hype audio.
The thing is, you don't want to read the comments on these hype videos because there's always someone getting, well, why don't you,
by carrier pigeon.
instead of making hype videos, they should be watching film, stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
it's actually not one of the outside linebackers making the videos. What you're saying. Yeah, I do appreciate that part of it. Listen,
it's cool though, right?
It is cool. And Fickle's right. This is one of the reasons why you came to Wisconsin, knowing that this game was on the docket, whether you transferred in, whether you signed up as a high school player, like you go to UW to play in games like this, and hopefully they show up like it. I do believe that they are going to be competitive in the game. And I know that's a benchmark and a hurdle that some people aren't okay with being the first one to clear. Listen, you got to clear multiple. You got to start with the first. You got to be competitive in the game to be able to win the game and pull an upset. Like you have to be in a spot to where the game is a game in the fourth quarter. That's step number one for Wisconsin this weekend. And then ultimately you maybe turn the temperature up there and you get those home fans a little bit frustrated with the Crimson Tide. And then you don't know what ends up rolling down there on Saturday.
Well, I guess it's a good time to bring this back too.
Everybody has what? Dreams. I'm into nightmares. You pound that rock by yourself, that rock won't crack. If you pound a rock with them, that rock won't crack. And that rock is Michigan. That rock is Alabama. We all got to pound a what? You guys dig it? You guys believe in each other?
It's intense stuff.
It
gets you fired up. It's intense, no doubt about it. Oof,
I'm
man.
into nightmares. And last bite for today comes from our friend Ben Barton, interior defensive lineman, Stratford, Wisconsin native. I don't think Billy or Armin named that town earlier. Maybe Dave. I'm not so sure. So
we missed Stratford.
Let's give Stratford, Wisconsin some love. This is what he had to say about the opportunity to get another crack at Alabama this year down in Tuscaloosa.
And this will be my second time. I'm super excited the opportunity to go down to Tuscaloosa to go play them. And again, like you said, it's like one of those like signature wins of your college experience. And I guess we're just chasing that. We're craving that. That's what we're looking for.
Chasing, craving, looking for it.
I love
Let's get it. At some point, they're going to get one of these wins. This weekend, it's a challenge, quite the challenge to go into Tuscaloosa. Bryant Denny, play a team of this caliber, but it's going to happen at some point. Why it can't happen this weekend? Some people want to be naysayers.
What?
I don't know. I want to let a naysayer know next week.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say. And no better time to do it and wear that Lank shirt that somehow got lost in the mail that I ordered. And this would be the weekend to be able to do it because there are plenty of people that are going to poo-poo the idea that they can go down there and win the game. I understand why. Understand so. But Nick, to your point, it's Paul Chryst old cliche of it's a great opportunity to go play. Mm-hmm. It's a great time to go play.
Right.
It's a great day to go play. You only get 12 of these days, and this is a great day to go play. It's a phenomenal chance to go improve yourself against some of the best competition you're going to have. This is a game in which you put some stuff on film for the folks at the next level, as well as just the ones watching what you're trying to do at the collegiate level. You go and have yourself a day against the Crimson Tide, and there's going to be a lot more people watching the next 9 games that you play here in 2025 and be interested in you going forward.
That's the thing. I mean, you do feel like you're going to get breakthrough in one of these big games, and it's exciting to know it could be tomorrow. Like that. That's pretty exciting to know. So Stratford,
Vinny Anthony's 2 touchdowns coming up here today.
There you go.
Or tomorrow. Maybe that's how it breaks through.
I would love that, especially because I visited him with him this week, because then I could say, well, you visit with me, you scored 2 touchdowns. But
Sure.
I failed at the front end of this because I was so excited about the bites to mention our great friends at Wisconsin Concrete Coatings, wiconcretecoatings.com. They'll do your garage floor. They'll do your garage cabinetry. They'll help you out in your basement, making sure that flood damage can't be as bad or potentially even happen again moving forward. wiconcretecoatings.com. Check them out. Their work speaks for itself. Even just look up pictures. It's elite. So wiconcretecoatings.com.
Come on, Concrete Coatings. Wisconsin Concrete Coatings is going to make sure that your garage is phenomenal. The best place to eat chips and dip in
Chips
your
and
entire
dip,
house.
absolutely. Especially
the best spot.
Yeah, wherever you are in this great state, Stratford, anywhere, So,
are you disappointed we didn't get Stratford earlier when we were?
What is
naming
that?
our
Wausau?
Wisconsin cities?
I think that's Wausau area, suburb of Wausau.
Go with that. Yeah,
let's go.
I hope so. I really wish I would have been able to give you a confirmation there.
Well, it is
It's in Marathon County.
There you go. Come on,
That's
Marathon
what-
County, stand
that's
up.
it.
You're
Wausau.
right in there. You're in
Come
there.
on,
It's in
let's
the
go.
Wausau area. This man knows ball. This man knows the state of Wisconsin. He's Armin Sari, and I'm Billy Schmidt. It's no BS on the game.
It's all in me, who
Packers Friday is brought to you by Cousin Subs. We believe in better. And American Place Casino. Non-stop excitement just over the Wisconsin border in Lake County, Illinois.
Miller High Life. Always flavorful, always refreshing, always at the right price. The champagne of beers. Welcome to the High Life. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce affects every part of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 111 East Kilburn, Milwaukee.
Hey, if you're like me, you're always looking to protect the value of your home. Hi, it's Mike Heller from The Game for Wisconsin Concrete Coatings. Worried about flooding? Their polyurea coatings designed for your basement are waterproof, mold-resistant, and built to last, so your basement stays dry and livable. No more worrying about mildew or ruined flooring. Boost your home's air quality and protect your foundation today. Don't wait until it's too late. Visit wiconcretecoatings.com for a free estimate. Wisconsin Concrete Coatings, peace of mind starts from the ground up.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
You work hard to provide for yourself and your family, and that's why identity theft is so scary. Not only does it pose a threat to your financial well-being, everything you've worked so hard for, but it's also a danger to your family. Even children can be victims. It's not their money thieves go after, obviously, but their social security number. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock will fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Act now and save up to 40% your first year at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale. Now at AutoZone until September 22nd. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio is the easy-to-use app for music and radio.
Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Make 97.3 The Game your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app. Powered by Gruber Law.
One call, that's all.
Injured?
Remember, one call, that's all.
Song of the South, sweet potato pie, and I shut my mouth. Gone with the wind. There ain't nobody looking back again.
So will this song just be blasting at tailgates down in Tuscaloosa, or do they not play out the band Alabama in Alabama?
Oh, I think you do.
Does it just get blasted all over the place, or is it kind of like they're like, we just those guys?
Well, you do play. I mean, their anthem
is Florida Georgia line. All you're listening to when you're in Georgia. I don't know. Maybe that's not. Maybe they actually don't like the fact that they're getting thrown in there.
I think it's fair.
They're going to debate on Florida Georgia Line being country, though.
Yeah.
Some of them down there.
Oh, Nick, you're a country music
Well,
guy.
they're not going to talk about Florida Georgia Line anymore right now because they all hate each other.
Yeah, they broke up. They're doing solo stuff.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, tough.
It is. I don't
bangers like that, and then you just.
I don't like that when people, have those problems and they used to be friends and they're not. I don't like that. I like when people come together, but you got to, let's be honest, when Florida and Georgia, that's a rivalry. Who knows? It might have started about some SEC stuff.
Very much could have.
And they might have started fighting with each other. But I would think in Alabama, the anthem is still Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama.
That makes sense. Yeah. And then the other Alabama song that I'm in a hurry to get things done.
Dixieland Delight, I think.
Dixieland Delight is what they're going to play at the game.
Spent my dollar on beer.
That's their version of a jump around. And then also there's a couple of Bleep U, LSU, and Tennessee too. And Auburn also is the number one guy.
Auburn, LSU,
gets
and
the Bleep
too.
U. But it's always a good time. I will say this about the trip down to Tuscaloosa that the Wisconsin Badgers are taking this weekend.
Yeah.
Very jealous of anybody that's going.
Yeah, it's going to be
very jealous of people that are going down there for it, because the pageantry of college football is still one of my favorite parts of it. Like to see how much and how beautiful that game is received down in Tuscaloosa. It's a religious experience going to SEC football games. So it's going to be an awesome time down there. It should be a phenomenal atmosphere. Hopefully the Badgers make it a phenomenal game, right? Like there's part of this where Armin, you mentioned it. You got to see a complicit Alabama team.
I think that's part of it.
They need to open the door for you.
Sure. I think that's reasonable to say that.
But we just watched Florida lose to USF when they were 18-point favorite, a couple of days ago. So, I mean, it definitely will happen. It happens in college football. And a lot of times it happens when an SEC team overlooks a squad. I don't know that they're going to be overlooking a whole lot of teams after they got smacked in the mouth by Florida State.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But could happen this week.
I think you're absolutely right. I think the team's got to be complicit, but on the flip side, you can contribute to that by being opportunistic, by trying to force them into their weaknesses and not their strengths. And teams can do that. And listen, upsets happen all the time in sports. Things happen all the time. We don't expect. You brought up USF and Florida, good example. Are they going to be like the coaches at US? Did you see that video of the coaches? The South Florida coaches going crazy in the hallway. Is that is that cool or not? I've never been in that situation where both coaches are sharing the same hallway, like just screaming.
It's a wild time.
I don't know.
Wild.
That's something else. But I guess, hey, to the victor go the spoils. So listen, I'm excited for the game tomorrow. I mean, this is a big time matchup, and I'm excited for the opportunity, as Paul Chris used to say.
How excited are you for a weekend of pro football, watching on the couch, hanging out, seeing what it looks like, seeing the Green Bay Packers knowing they're 2-0, and then seeing all other teams trying to measure up?
A regular bye week, some people don't like because their team isn't playing, and it's like, man, I want another game. And I get that, but sometimes it's nice to be able to watch other games and relax knowing you're not. But this is the best because your team already played and already won. Our Hayes in the barn. I want to see it. Let's see what you guys do.
Your work's done. Yeah. Now you get to see and wait to see how everybody else stacks up. A couple of good games this weekend. You start looking through the docket and the slate of games. Washington is a team in the NFC East that they're going to have an eye on Dallas and New York. Jerry Jones said on 105.3 The Fan here today that part of the reason they made the Micah deal, they made the Micah trade because it was the best way to win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott.
That makes sense. Get rid of great players. Yeah.
Get rid of. That's going to be the easiest way that they win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys are laying 5.5 against the Giants. I've said, Armin, I kind of like what the Giants have cooking up. They got some incredibly good defensive line players,
right?
Some really, really good pass rushers. I don't know if they have anything else on the team. Like the rest of the roster is a struggle outside of Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean,
that front four is legit, and if indeed they can heat up Prescott, that might be an interesting game. I do really, really like a couple of the games on the docket, and the Bengals Jags is another good one as well in that early noon window.
Bengals Jags, I'm really looking forward to. I think the best game. The Bears in Detroit will be interesting because we have local interest, but I gotta say, Nick Steelers against the Seahawks. I think DK's, going to be playing Seattle again. There's Aaron Rodgers, our chance to see if he can repeat what he did. Is this going to be the revelation type season for the old guy? And I don't know. I think that's going to be probably the most compelling game of that window. That's just my opinion. That's the noon window.
Of the noon window, yeah. And then
I hope it's not compelling for long, right? Let's hope it gets
there it is, yeah.
Not particularly compelling early.
I can see why you're interested in that. You want to blow out the Steelers.
Well, I also root for all the Badgers. I mean, they have the most Badgers in the league. I mean,
that's a good point.
They got 4 guys, Wisconsin Badgers.
But no, it should be a fun. But you also have Philadelphia, Kansas City isn't 325.
I was going to say it's funny to even talk about the slate and not talk about the Super Bowl rematch from a year ago. The Eagles are understandably so a 1.5 favorite. I don't know though that some are in the overreaction camp with the Chiefs. Like, I'm not going to overreact and say they are going to slide right down the back of the dinosaur because they lost to the LA Chargers in week number 1, right? Like the Eagles did not play their best game in week number 1 either. However, they get a win at home. They also lost their best defensive player before the first snap of the game. The Worthy injury is one that I would be very hesitant with Kansas City, especially in the investing category. I don't know what Hollywood Brown ends up rolling if he can go for another 10 catches, but it's going to be a fun game. And the numbers in the last trends would suggest the team that wins the Super Bowl wins the rematch.
Right.
But when that rematch is on the road, should be a fun one, Nick.
Home dog, too, for the Chiefs.
How about that?
Yesterday on First Things First, Nick Wright was making the point of, I don't know when, if ever, the Patriots with Tom Brady were home dogs. I mean, the disrespect on the Chiefs is high right now. Consideration for what they were and what they have been.
Yeah.
They've been at least really good in the regular season. They don't lose at home. I think the Chiefs are going to win the game. I think that's what's going to happen because the numbers of a team starts 0-2, 13% chance of making the playoffs. I mean, this is a team that knows they need to win. And I don't know. The Eagles are so hard to look at and think of consistency. I mean, their best player spit on a guy and got kicked out of the game last week.
They struggled against Dallas.
Get your house in order.
And listen, I get it's kind of the perfect storm situation, right? Defending Super Bowl champions. You're coming in on a banged up Kansas City team that lost. It's kind of the perfect storm to make them dogs. But hey, if it's that disrespectful, then I would expect the people to put their money where their mouth is and bet Kansas City, right? I mean, that's the obvious thing there. So
it's my favorite thing that people said when you'd watch games last year, like, oh my God, it's so rigged. Like, I can't even watch these guys. Like, they obviously are going to win. You knew they were going to win. Well, then if you knew it, why are you not retired?
Yeah.
That's good.
Why did you not just, if it's so scripted, why did we not just follow the script? And then you should be ransacking the Potawatomi Sportsbook, but it's not. And you can't find it that way. To Nick's point, they're good. They find ways to win games at home. They did just put out here a couple of minutes ago, the Kansas City Chiefs did that, recovering from that dislocated shoulder. Xavier Worthy, doubtful. Also, Greece.
It's not looking
taking
good.
It on the chin here.
If you're one of those like Billy and I'm
19
sure Trey,
in the second quarter,
that wanted Giannis out of this tournament, you're probably getting your wish. This was basically a pick 'em. It was Greece -1, and they're down 18.
Get him back here. Come on.
So unfortunately, it's not going well.
We got to start training camp in a couple of weeks.
I don't want Turkey to win.
Bucks training camp starting up here in a week and a half. Come on, let's get back over here, Giannis.
Yeah. So
why don't we get him back in so he can bring some positive vibes to the Brewers?
Yeah, that's fine too.
I saw Bobby Portis is asking for a suite. I think you might know a guy that should be able to help you.
That's crazy.
One of the owners.
Yeah. You tell me you can't get in a suite, Bobby Portis? That's crazy.
We should be able to help him out, right?
Sure.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally. Sure. Those are always flying around. 877-794-1973. Closing ceremonies up next as we hand it off to Drew and KB coming up in about 15 minutes from right now. It's No BS with Billy and Sorry and Statewide on the Game.
Green Bay, Pittsburgh. Sunday night, October 26th, the legend and his backup meet for the first time. And Zabe, Butch, and the Russ Darrow Automotive Group want you to watch the game with them in the Steel City. With thousands of vehicles available, now is the perfect time to trade in, trade up, and drive home in the car, truck, van, or SUV you've been dreaming about. Shop the entire inventory and lock in savings today at russdarrow.com. Get to thegameandstuff.com contests and sign up to win this epic road trip with the fellas.
Love versus Rodgers. Let's go.
Thegameandstuff.com/contests.
Football is back, and so is your shot at big wins. With DraftKings Pick 6, the official daily fantasy partner of the NFL, your game day instincts can score you real money fast. Here's the play. Just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats, from breakout rookies to elite quarterbacks, and unlock the upside every snap brings. The better your calls, the bigger your payout. My picks are coming. I just signed up for DraftKings and am making my way around the simple-to-navigate site now. As a new DraftKings customer, like me, you can get $50 in bonus picks with just a $5 entry. This season, play your player instincts. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code 97.3TheGame. That's code 97.3TheGame. Play just $5, get $50 in Pick 6 bonus picks. Make the call. Ride the upside. In partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 bonus picks that expire in 14 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Chased from behind by Parsons.
Yes!
And a sack. Micah Parsons registers the sack back at the 31-yard line. And the Parsons project is underway.
Hey, let's keep hitting them, man. Packers Friday is sponsored by Cousins Subs, your one-stop shop for all your football parties. With customizable 12 or 20-piece party boxes, 7.5-inch subs, sides, and shakes. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Even your pickiest eater will say yes to this. Crispy chicken tenders are now at Cousins Subs. Perfect on their own with a favorite dipping sauce, or stacked in one of our 2 new subs. Classic crispy chicken or bold Buffalo Ranch crispy chicken. Made with quality chicken and served on our fresh baked bread. It's a mealtime win for kids and grown-ups. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only here for a limited time. Order in store, online, or on the app today. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
You ever hear a deal so good you think, what's the catch?
Yes, when I got a free gym membership, and the catch was I still had to go.
Well, right now, Capital is offering great financing, no catch.
No selling a kidney?
Nope, just easy financing and honest service during Capital Credit Days. Now through October 31st, air conditioners start as low as $65 a month, furnaces only $59 a month, or a complete system only $117 a month.
Capital, where you choose cool or cozy with no catch financing.
Call CapitalCares.com.
All right, smart, good-looking listeners, KB here. The inevitable is right around the corner. Winter, snow, wind, freezing temperatures, and if your house is drafty, winter will be miserable. You know, Miss Sue and I are thrilled with our new windows, but windows aren't the only thing that lets winter in your home. It could be your siding. That's why you need Javier and the team at Tilton Windows, Doors, and More. They've kept Milwaukee homes warm and looking good for years. Not only are they experts in window installation, they offer the industry's most advanced solid core siding that will withstand anything Wisconsin winter throws at you. Think about it. New siding protects your biggest investment. It boosts curb appeal, lowers energy costs, and the siding is backed by lifetime limited warranties, including fade protection, and they're even transferable to the next owner of your home. So get your siding project started today. Just go to utilton.com. They'll get back to you and help you get your project started so you can be ready for a toasty warm winter. That's the letter U, Tilton.com.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZzzQuil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this, Monday.
ZzzQuil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The Fox 6 weather experts are presented by AdventKnows.com.
Partly sunny this afternoon with some fog at times lakeside. Temperatures will reach into the 70s and low 80s. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible overnight through midday Saturday, then dry the rest of the weekend with more 70s and 80s. I'm Fox 6 meteorologist Stephanie Barrichello.
This report is sponsored by Duke's Mayo. Duke's, it's got twang.
This is the Duke's country song. It's a song about the best mayo. It has a yellow lid, and its full name is Duke's Mayonnaise. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Drew and KB, now from 2 to 6 p.m.
This is a big story.
On Milwaukee's most listened to sports station, 97.3 The Game.
Snap to Jordan Love, shotgun, looks under a blitz. Throws right side, wide open. He's got Tucker Kraft, 40, 30, 25, 20. Brought down to the far side, inside the 20 and the 19 of Washington. Quan Martin brings him down. Tucker Kraft wide open for 58 yards to flip the field.
Wayne Larrabee in mid-season form alongside Larry McCarron, John Kuhn on the sidelines yesterday. Just tremendous call of another Packers victory. Makes it so much sweeter when you get to have Wayne getting fired up after Tucker Kraft, who was kind of his guy in the blue chip race. Wayne had Edgerrin Cooper and Tucker Kraft kind of neck and neck. I think both of those two feel like they're hitting that stride. One other one that I would like to throw in there, Armin, had a phenomenal game last night. Man, Javon Bullard was all over the place last night. 5 tackles, all solos, getting guys to the turf in open space. That was big to see from number 20.
Were you the one telling me, I think it was you talking about it, that's a guy we haven't heard a lot about in training camp through training camp.
Really mum's the word.
But the word, but this is a guy that's I thought played, pretty well. It was going to be a big part of things, no doubt about it. And all of a sudden, okay, look, here's Javon Bullard making plays. So rising tide lifting all boats in the defense. I believe that's what's happening, and I think that's another good example of it. And let me tell you, Wayne and Larry are having a great time calling these games. Now, they always do, but they are having fun watching this team. I can feel it hearing them. They're giddy watching this team. They're having a lot of fun together.
So now you get to interact and go back and forth with the guys when they're getting in and out of breaks.
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of access to a Wayne Larrabee, Larry McCarron cam,
don't
shot as to how much fun they're having video wise in the booth? Because I could imagine that would do big time numbers.
I think that'd be a great cam. And we've seen Packers have put out camera shots.
They've given us a little bit of a peek behind the curtain every once in a while.
So they must have something set up for these games. But the question you answered me, do I have access to it? No, I don't have access to it. No, that'd be pretty cool if I did, though, huh? Wouldn't that be awesome?
I think it'd be phenomenal. I think if anybody should, I think you should have access to it.
Radio guys is still a theater of the mind. And so I only listen to them. So I like to try and imagine what it's like, So
were there any contentious moments with the broadcast last night? Any issues? I mean,
I don't think so.
It seemed like it was swimmingly.
Seemed good to me. I mean, I haven't gotten emails yet. I don't think so.
Fires in 1 minute.
That's right. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Fire it in. Just the amount of excitement that you have throughout the game. What was the intensity like here at the station?
Very intense. I mean, Hunter was here as well. Dave was here. Chandra was here.
It seemed like everybody in the building was up at the game last night.
Yeah, but you know what? We had our crew here that survived, and we were cheering this team on. It was pretty exciting. Man. It's been a lot of fun to be part of this, cheering on this team, right, Dave? And
designated survivors back here, and a lot of highlights. Obviously to cut. I mean, it's just fantastic. It's just one after another with this.
That is the thing, Dave. They're keeping you very busy at the highlight.
Yeah, very busy.
But that means we're doing good things. So I always told my self, and I'm sure Dave thinks the same way. If I'm working this hard getting the highlights, we're getting points, we're getting stops, things are happening.
Yeah, and a highlight package and highlight job would not be nearly as fun if you're just sitting there waiting through
preseason week 1 was a very tough one for me.
That was.
I will say that was a very tough game to do.
We were looking for stuff. But you know what? I'd rather have it happen in the preseason than the regular season.
Yeah, when we're shooting Dave the text of, hey, can you get that punt in the second quarter?
Hey,
not positive.
Yeah.
No, not what we want. Even though Daniel Whelan, good boot last night.
Great punt.
Great punt last night. We still like to be able to see that. We would like to see the balls going through the uprights from Brandon McManus, although
tough off the cross. It's so weird to see him miss one.
I like having just a little bit of human in there. You got to show just a little bit of vulnerability to then maybe go, 18 straight. So you miss one to start up a new streak. Ultimately doesn't hurt you. In a run of 3 missed field goals and 2 doinks last night.
It was crazy, and there was some English on some of them, but I said this to Hunter last night before the 56-yarder. I said, this is the big one. This is the one we need. A long one to get 3 possessions there and to clinch that thing, and he absolutely nailed that one.
And those guys nailed that call.
Oh, it felt good. It felt good to hear that because you hear it first.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I'm knowing as a Packer fan if that thing's going through. And when I hear them in the crowd, then I get fired up about it. So it was a great one yesterday. What a great night.
Actually, check that. We don't need the Wayne and Larry cam. We need the Armin cam.
Yeah, that's what we really need.
That is what we need. We need
Armin go on live stream.
That is what we need. We need to get Armin mic'd up one more time here.
Yeah.
All right. Phenomenal job here, guys, into week 1 of the 4-hour extravaganza. Nick Brusewitz, great work.
Thank you.
Let's go, Brad. Badgers as they take on the Alabama Crimson Tide. Dave Gasper, phenomenal job producing.
Thank you, brother.
Great work. Enjoy the weekend of ball down at American Family Field. Dave will be down there covering it for us here at the game and Athlon Sports. And Armin, great work.
Thanks, buddy.
Rest up. We got a long week ahead coming up. I'm Billy Schmidt. It's been No BS on the game.
Packers Fridays are brought to you by Community Roofing and Restoration. Beauty, dirt.